time to find it.
Yes, you do.
All right. Well, I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
That's good because we're live.
I was
Woo!
going to say, Corey's had a smirk on his face. I think we did another cold open.
It wouldn't
I
be us if it wasn't.
yeah. I also love how Corey hate starts the cold open every time.
What do you think I did every time?
Played a prank on Corey.
Yeah. So, welcome to another session of Storm King's Thunder, the Rona edition, with our wonderful cold opens and me locked in a room without a camera because April didn't get it for me like I asked. But we'll make do with what we got. This may be a shorter session depending on how I hold up through it because of coronavirus. Just so you guys know. Oh crap. But last time we had a short session also because, well, I got work issues and stupid boiler, which gave me the Rona, and shit sucks. That's beside the point.
Thanks, Texas.
Yeah. And your at will state. But
Just for that, you get no boiling, Texas.
but what happened last time was our intrepid adventurers have managed to
Intrepid.
remove our victims of a giant attack from the dripping caves, lead them down the road towards Nightstone, where they encountered a fox, swiftly followed by their approach to Nightstone. A group of ogres, or not ogres, orcs, showed up and began to assault the party and their survivors, which led to an interesting encounter of fleeing survivors into the city of Nightstone, while the party and some guards attempted to hold off the orcs that were attacking. As the party successfully managed to do so, a orc raiding party showed up on the horizon and began to move towards the party's position, and thus driving the party, the villagers, into the city, raising the drawbridge. A couple interesting attacks and events occurred that led to the gates getting raised and the party getting a long rest and getting fortified within Nightstone for the time being, leading to the orcs dropping a green banner outside saying that if you surrender now, nobody will die. And in 24 hours, something may or may not happen. So we open up on the party being able to take their time fortifying the city, a long rest, earning them a level up, and various miscellaneous actions happening to prepare them for the upcoming assault of the orcs. So this is the immediately after you guys have taken up position inside of the city before you have taken your long rest, if there's anything you would like to do.
Um,
Yeah.
we're not going to listen to those boys, are they?
I think that that's probably something that the townspeople should decide for themselves.
Good point.
Mm, okay.
Where's Mork?
Uh, he would have gone back to his inn respectively.
Do we still have the chain link he has that I'm wearing as a helmet?
I would assume so.
Shoot, we need to put that back before he gets there. Hey, just toss it to Kaz.
What did you just give me?
The Mork's chainmail. So remember when we dropped the treasure chest off the second floor and shared it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We have to put that back before he finds it.
Oh. What if he just thinks the goblins took it?
Oh, yes. Use your magical powers to help him see that conclusion. Yes.
Do you want do you want this?
No. No.
Why don't you give it back?
No.
Well, I was planning on going to talk to Morik before we go to bed. So if you wanted to bring it with you and apologize for thinking that it was just abandoned items and give it back to him, I'm sure he would be more than forgiving.
The village did look like everyone was dead or gone or
Oh.
something.
Give it back along with all the foodstuffs that we have.
A good point. I'm just gonna toss the chainmail back at Ogilvy.
I'm gonna
And-
do the whole high school. I'm not the last one to touch it.
And I'm just gonna go away from the group and go to kind of each building and just start kind of tossing food to different people out of the bag.
Okay.
I look back at Ogilvy with him like, I wasn't. I'm leaving. You can come or not. Your choice.
All right. All right. And I gingerly pick up the chainmail.
Well, as Kaz is going around tossing food to the villagers, some of them are more aware than others of what's going on and are catching the food and, giving him a grateful nod. Some of them are still in shock from the events of the last 24 to 48 hours. And, it just kind of lands by them and they cock their head to the side, look at it, and, don't even acknowledge its existence. They're just there. They're existing. Um, but as you head up to the Nightstone Inn, you see Morik kind of ramshackle going through the rubble of what remains of his inn. He sees the holes in the roof and the destroyed dining room and the backside of the house that's just kind of wrecked. And, he sees the remains of his chest and his kitchen and, everything broken. And, those of you that speak Dwarven hear him cussing under his breath about the fucking goblins and the giants and how, the gods aren't fair and this is fucking bullshit, essentially.
Yes, that's right. It was the goblins.
Like when we're seeing him do stuff, I just like knock on the door to the room he's in, just like, it's time. Time is going to be the thing that makes this all better.
But dwarves have long memories. I can't do voices right now.
That's fine.
That's okay. More. We found something as we were coming to find you. I hope you didn't need it too much as I show him the chainmail.
Oh, thank you. That was a family heirloom that had great sentimental value.
Well, great. We found it. The Gobbykins don't have it. You have it. And I'm just gonna sit this down over here on this half a chair.
What the fuck is this woman doing?
Whoa. Okay, dwarf. Only hot dogs around here right now. Don't know who you're talking to.
He looks at you, takes a whiff of it, and goes, "Yeah, this definitely doesn't smell too great. I'm gonna have to give this a wash."
Listen, Morik, the people of this town, they seem to listen to you. And obviously we have quite a dilemma on our hands. I think that come morning, we should probably gather the townsfolk and you lot have a discussion on how you want to handle this current situation.
Well, the townsfolk only listen to me because, well, I was an adventurer at one point, and I kind of took the lead when we got captured, but where's the Lady of Nightstone at? She should be the one handling all of these negotiations.
Um, is there a chain of succession?
Um, I don't know. You would have to ask her and the guards. I'm just an innkeeper here.
All right, Morik.
I
Here's
pay
the
my
thing.
taxes. I, do what is necessary to survive.
Morik, I've got. Okay. Listen, the Lady of Nightstone, she's dead. Her guards also dead. However, they died protecting the town.
The Gobbykins, DED did.
Seems your town is a popular spot. So,
Well,
again, it'll be up to you and the villagers to decide what it is you want to do.
well, he hearing this, he basically starts rubbing his hands over his face and, grabbing the sides of his head and the bridge of his nose, and you can tell this is a situation that has him befuddled because he got out of the adventuring life for a reason
Mm-hmm.
and didn't want to get back into this shit. He started a fucking inn, for Christ's sakes.
Listen, Morik, this isn't an easy time for you and your townsfolk, your kin, your ilk. No one's asking you to take up arms and fight these orcs. I'm asking you to have a town hall as a member of the town, not as an adventurer.
Well, here's the problem I run into is having been in that leadership position to get the majority of our villagers through the harrowing experience with the goblins, the lady being dead, I am ipso facto going to be the new leader regardless of whether I want to or not.
So we agreed you're the leader.
I vote for this half-orc genius right here. The one who eats chicken bones. Ogilvy, you get to be the new leader of the town.
We are not staying. Morik, you'll have to figure it out. If you're the de facto leader, that's fine. It doesn't mean you have to be the de facto adventurer.
Ogilvy, what would you like to do?
I would like to defer this to my trusted advisor, Danvers. Because a good leader is only as good as his advisors. I read that once. The only time I ever read.
I really hate how you can be so stupid yet so smart sometimes.
Why, thank you.
Dumb like a fox.
Well, if you could do me a favor and go around and let the townsfolk know that we'll be having a meeting at first light here in the morning, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to get to work on cleaning up here, and there's a couple rooms upstairs that are still in serviceable condition that you're welcome to, use for the time being if you're interested.
Question.
Yes.
Why aren't we doing the talky bits now? Why are we waiting for first light? Like, if we decide, hey, guess what? These guys want to roll up on our town. Fuck you. We can spend the entire night, barricading and fortifying and making it more stabby proof.
Well, if you haven't seen the condition of my people, they are partly exhausted, they are partly in shock, and wholeheartedly useless right now for the most part.
Okay.
They've earned a night's rest.
It might be the last one.
It may very well be.
And that is why they must take.
Oh, Kaz is here.
Where'd you come from?
Do you have any super cool magics that can make everybody seem super, super willing to help build up defenses so that they can have more than one rest remaining in their life?
That it's not something I can do.
But you can do everything.
When I want to.
Well, why not now?
I am tired.
Oh my god.
They gave us 24 hours.
Just get some fucking B vitamins in you.
What are vitamins?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I take out a roll and start eating it.
I feel like we've established in this world if Ogilvy knows it, then all of you know it.
Or you just make shit up, one of the two.
You're gonna make me
Vitamins
roll
not
deception.
invented until like the 1900s.
Not that you're trying to lie. You think it's true, but it's not really a thing.
So yeah, I just kind of nod to Morik and leave to start informing townsfolk that we're gonna have a meeting in the morning. Tell them to get some rest. And if there, I don't remember how many lay on hand points I had left before taking because I clicked a long rest last time we played. But
Yeah,
if there's anybody in
probably
the
not
town
many.
who looks like they could use, like a hit point of healing, I will do that if it means, helping them with some minor injury or, even the ones who are like in shock, maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Yeah. That goes over well enough with the town. Some of them are feeling better. Shake some of them out of their shock. They're starting to mull around a little bit more. The ones that survived and are in decent condition start checking the perimeter. The guards take up their posts at the fence here. In the towers, keeping an eye on the orcs outside the fence, seeing what's going on. Morg starts making his rounds, checking on people, checking on the guards, checking on the status of the walls and the gatehouse and the gates, and as informing the people that the Lady of Nightstone is dead, and basically they are stuck with him for the time being until Waterdeep can send another noble or somebody to take over the position for the time being. He is it. So we'll just have to make do with what we got, and it has a weird effect of putting people into a better mood, it seems. It's almost as if the Lady of Nightstone wasn't the most liked person relative to Mort, but for what's been going on, they're in as good of spirits as they can be expected to be. This is a lot of talking. um, so the night occurs without incident. Come morning, though, you see that the orcs are already standing outside in the same position, and they're working on switching banners. It's going from a green one to a yellow one. And when they notice somebody stick their head over the fence, they shout out that, you know, now, if we were to take this village, all of the men will die, and we will spare the women and children.
I thought we had 24 hours.
No, if we surrendered right away, everyone would live. But we have 24 hours to decide what we are going to do. They changed the rules on us. Pray they don't change it any further.
This coming from a half-orc, he may have some insight into the thought process of orcs.
Yeah, so what do I think?
What do you think? You're only half.
Well, give me 50% of an idea then. I'm kidding, don't do that.
Orcs can be very impatient when it comes to what they want.
Orcs don't know how to tell time too well, because none of them wear watches.
What's a watch?
Timepieces. Sundials.
So,
Being real inconsistent here with our technology levels.
with the sun coming up and the change of the banner, the villagers start to gather up inside of the Nightstone Inn, with Mork standing at the far end of it by the kitchen where the window's open, waiting for everybody to collect. And essentially a town hall begins. And I don't know if you guys want to be there initially or walk in on it. What would you like to do?
I'll just tell Danvers, tell them to pick up and fight, and if they're gonna die, at least die, trying to protect what little they have left. No, I'm going to be looking at the Orky boys and trying to see if we can disrupt them at all.
Okay. So the conversation's basically going at this point. Everybody's gotten a decent night's rest, as much as to be expected with what's going on.
Okay.
That, who appointed Morik leader, and it's turning into that pissing contest between some of the merchants of who has the right to be in charge right now that they are in a safe position, but without leadership. So that pissing match conversation is going on. Morik's going, I don't want this job. I never wanted this job. I got thrust into it just because I'm an adventurer and I saved all of your asses. So anybody else is willing to take it, go right ahead. And hearing Ogilvy gasp, he looks at him and goes, see, look, he wants it.
No, I'm not in the room right now.
At that saying, anybody else who wants it can have it, they all shut up. It sounds like they were all just peacocking for, I'm the biggest, baddest person in town, till the real responsibility came up, and then they're like, oh, fuck. So, he basically diplomatically curb stomped them into submission. And, he looks at you all and goes, well, we aren't fighters. We aren't, adventurers. Some of us in a past life, maybe. If we could convince these intrepid adventurers that have come to our aid once to help us once more with these orcs, I'm sure, for the right price they'd be willing to help us, but we as a townsfolk have to be willing to help ourselves also. So it's up to us as a group to decide whether or not we want to engage these adventurers and request their help, or try and handle it on our own.
There's a third option no one's mentioned.
We're listening.
Yeah, everybody's listening. You spoke up, so
Mm-hmm.
Dramatic thought.
Morg, you mentioned that many of you aren't fighters, so there's a third option, and that option is to leave Nightstone. Simple as that. If the orcs, if those orcs out there, more than 20 of them, want the village, what sentimentality do a bunch of boulder destroyed buildings have that is worth dying for? Not saying that it's not worth dying for, but
He does.
this is a gut check time.
He makes a point.
If you decide to stand and fight, we'll stand and fight with you. Well, I will.
I look around.
you as you look around, you make note that some of the villagers get a look of horror on their face, like this is abandoning everything and everything they've ever known or had. That some of them have been here for generations, and the thought of just giving it up to these beasts is, unacceptable. Others that seem to have been here a shorter period of time are, nodding with the, yeah, we could just fucking up and leave and it's not a big deal. So there's a little bit of a pissing contest happening between different villagers about what the right course of action is. And, Morik finally speaks up and goes, this is where I've chosen to make my home and this is where I'm choosing to die. So if it comes down to it, I'm going to stand and fight. And if I have to die, I have to die. But this is where I've chosen to retire to, and this is where my life's going to end regardless. And hearing that, the villagers essentially calm down, and Morik goes, okay, let's get a collection going and see what we can offer these. Jesus fucking Christ, woman. And start getting whatever they can together to give you guys some kind of a compensation for your assistance if you're willing to help it. And so they end up coming with, it's not a whole hell of a lot. It ends up being about 15 golds worth total, because, well, they've been raided by two different groups in the last little bit, and various knickknacks and food items and trinkets and baubles here and there. So it's nothing really of value. The total comes out to 15, 20 gold, somewhere in there. So, and Morik goes, that's about all we can offer you at the moment, but, if the time comes you ever swing back by, you're welcome to my inn and all of its amenities free of charge, and I'm sure the same will be said for the rest of the town. And, you hear grumbling from some of the farmers and some of the merchants that are here, but, they all eventually agree to it.
All right, if you're deciding to stand and fight, then we need to use the town to our advantage. There's only one way in, and we control that. We need to find a way to limit the power of their numbers and use the power of our numbers to our advantage. Although I do believe they outnumber us, if we can if we can slow their entry into the village to where people with, spears, pikes, bows and arrows can, do some sort of damage to the orcs as they come in. We need to take whatever wreckage we can salvage to maybe create some sort of funnel
Do,
at the
you-
village entrance. Sorry, Cass.
do you have any oil?
Well, I have cooking. Well, I had cooking oil. He goes into the kitchen, starts looking around, and goes, I
I-
had cooking oil.
I sneakily reach into my bag.
I forget. When we were at the castle or the palace, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Were there like defenses up there at all?
Mm. I mean, it was a defensible position. It had a gatehouse.
But did it have like ballistas? Any sort
No.
of? Okay.
It wasn't heavily armed. It was essentially just a glorified lord, guardhouse slash lord's manor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did it have an armory?
Yeah, but it was pretty much drained out. The guards here, when they got captured, they were on patrol. Their weapons were probably dumped in the dripping caves with the goblins.
Okay.
The ones that you guys had with you died. They had their spears with them, and there was probably, 2 or 3 more spears at the fortification, but that was about it.
Okay.
Ogilvy, can I get you to make a perception check for me?
Sure. There's my dicey boy. Perceiving is 5.
Okay. You notice that there is movement with the orcs, but you can't exactly identify what it is.
Excuse me. I'm gonna make this real simple to everyone. Either we come up and we fight these orcs, or I'm just gonna kill you now because that's what the orcs are going to do, and at least I'll give you some mercy. So tick tock, it's time to decide.
I thought you weren't there.
I ran up because. Tell me when that sentence would fit the narrative.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Move that out of the way.
When I barge in and interrupt anybody, and I do that.
Okay. So the townsfolk have decided they're gonna fight. They are looking to you guys right now for guidance on how to fortify said town, because it was your guys' idea to fortify it, and looking for some kind of training on what to do.
I'm going to go building to building looking for various oils.
Okay.
I'm gonna instruct a group of villagers to. So I want 2 groups of villagers. I want one group of villagers on finding like lumber salvage. We're gonna make like some dragon's teeth to put in the front of the village to kind of keep them from going through that, so that we can have people with bows and stuff shooting them if we can find any. At the very least, it'll keep them from all 20 of them coming to us at the same time. And then I want a second group of villagers to work on using some lumber and stuff to fix the bridge so that we can fall back to the keep.
Okay.
I mean, I guess. Sorry. Was there anything else that like Bearfane? Was there anything that you wanted to add to that?
No, just listening to the different conversations, the different aspects of the conversation going on. You addressed the one thing I was going to bring up, and that the bridge to the keep is nigh unusable, and that if everyone who didn't want to fight is going to attempt to leave, but some are staying to fight, they may not just let these others cross unharmed. So the only other thing I can say is, much like you, Danvers, if any of them at all were going to choose to stay and fight, then I was going to stay and fight, obviously. Um, just I we need to have, if there's farmers, obviously they've got scythes and other weapons pretty easily. So everyone should pick up whatever they have, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you guys are starting to get this all squared away. And Ogilvy, you've come down from the tower to inform people that, we need to figure out what we're doing. You hear shouting coming from the main gate that, a group of orcs are approaching and they're working on swimming across the river. And they're basically banging on the raised drawbridge, trying to get over the wall. There's a
Yeah,
group of
so
orcs essentially right there on the rocky outcropping, and you're hearing the guards shouting, we're under attack.
Does anyone
let's
else
go.
have a big blue box right where the bridge is?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Mike put that there to denote that the bridge is not there and the water is
Mhm.
passing
Yep.
there.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Excuse me, everyone here. It seems that our new neighbors have arrived, and we need to drive up our property values.
Um, Ogilvy, is there any way that you can get up on the guard tower and see what they want, like why those three are there?
I would imagine testing defenses.
I'm certain that I could. I'd be back. Scurry, 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 scurry.
If Ogilvy wants to get up on one tower, I'll get up on the other one and start readying some spells.
Mhm.
By the time
Uh,
you guys get over here, you have seen that the guards are chucking rocks and debris at these orcs, and it's not really doing much.
Excuse me, sharper objects, please. I take one of my 5 or 6 javelins. I can't remember what we decided on. As I climb up the guard tower.
Okay. Something like that. Just use a random number. So they're still trying to climb up this palisade. They're making zero progress. They're getting pelted with rocks and wooden sticks and whatever debris the guards are finding, and it's not really doing a whole hell of a lot. And as you reach the top of it, these guys basically have given up, and they're just gonna box it away because it's taking everything. But they're falling back. You guys get up to the top, and these guys are starting to fall back across the river already, anyways. So it looks like Kaz was right, and they were testing defenses to see if there was a way in right there.
Which way does the river flow?
North to south.
How many dragon's teeth do the villagers wind up getting together for us?
Let's find out. Oh crap, where'd it go? So that would be about 4.
4? Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me, guard person.
Yes.
I've kind of noticed how we are on a floating island in the middle of a river system.
It's not floating. There's a river around it.
You're not here right now.
I'm in your mind.
Yeah.
Half orc,
So question, when it comes to planting your crops, is there a waterway anywhere around here? Or do you literally just get buckets of water out of the river and then go, here you go, little soybean. This is your ration for the day.
He just points out the window, the of this guard tower towards the river.
So you literally just pick up a bucket and say, there you go, little soy. How does this island survive?
We're surrounded by fertile farmland. And the fact that there's water right there.
Is it too late to try and send one of the villagers, one of the townsfolk who would have an idea of what they're looking at to make sure that the perimeter is indeed intact? The perimeter defenses?
Yeah, easily enough you find one of the guards who seems a little more aged and grizzled by life, and seems like he's done this a time or two, and he's a dwarven individual also, so stone and defense is kind of his thing. He kind of likes it.
So I'll point out to this guy that if they're willing to try and ford the water to get over on this side, then we need to make sure that there isn't a weak spot that we're not aware of somewhere that we need to bolster.
Okay. As the day's going on and you guys are building your dragon's teeth and checking, various locations, you find a couple quarts of oil, not a whole hell of a lot,
Okay.
Looking at the bridge, it doesn't look like there's a good way to repair it while being under siege right now.
Okay.
But as night begins to fall, that dwarven individual who was checking the defenses out comes up to you, Bearfane, and goes, "Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is, for the most part, the defenses are intact. The bad news is, I saw what looked like an orcish scouting party down on the south side where the bridge to the keep is busted. And they were making their way pretty well up the slopes. Till they saw me, then they fled.
The slopes
All right.
to the keep.
The one where you guys remember that Kella Darkhope fled into the water to get away from you guys."
Very good, random townsperson. Thank you. So I go to Danvers, and if Kaz and Ogilvy are there, is also obviously not going to exclude anyone. So we might need to split into two groups, or at least have a small contingency at the damaged bridge to the keep. I believe it was one of the guards left said that he had seen an orc scout party try to get up the side of the slope there. It's the only place where there's a break in the wall other than here at the bridge itself. The drawbridge.
I'll take that one. And if we can just have a second person where if it turns out they come in force, we can pull. Actually, come with me for a minute here. They're obviously looking at two major points, west and south. They're looking at south as the easiest one. Maybe we want to try to feint them into that. So that way we can keep the drawbridge safe, and they have to split. So if I take south and Danvers takes west, they're going to look to see which one's easier. They're probably going to go with the stupid-looking guy who ends up not wearing a lot of armor. Then we leave Bearfane and Cades in the middle, and their job is to get to where the attack is actually coming from as fast as possible. And then we'll keep the villagers guarding the weak side.
What if?
So anybody got anything other than what Cornwallis has come up with already?
My initial thought was Ogilvy and myself here on the drawbridge. We could actually drop we know they're coming, so we could actually lower the drawbridge, make this their point of entry. Ogilvy, you and I be, the first line of defense with Bearfane not far behind and Kaz a little bit further back, with them two being able to cast spells and not having to be right up in the shit like you and I, where it's hard to see, what's going on in the south. Then we could have, we could at least know when they're coming from the south.
I have one suggestion with this. I like getting them in this one bottleneck. We have the fire rune. if we funnel them in, plant the fire rune, 20 feet of fire.
That actually, I think, makes the most sense. If we make it so that they have unacceptable losses coming from one side, they're forced into the other, and then we don't have to worry about anything else.
And we take out the lot, hopefully.
So
If
what?
anything, do we have any thoughts as to which entrance we are going to doom and gloom?
I mean, if we're able to take away this southern sort of back door using the fire rune, um,
Is there as much flammable material, or do we have to get some
We would need
wood
to.
around
I think
to
the whole
ignite?
town's wooden thatch.
That was my point actually that I was going to bring up is wherever we use this fire at, we need to make sure that it's going to add to the defenses, not start to destroy
Right.
the wooden fence around it.
We don't
that
want
we're
it
gonna
near
rely
the
on.
walls. We don't want it near the walls.
Actually, that would make me believe south would be a better option, because we could end up separating the end of the bridge
Right.
from the city, and then throw the rune and ignite the rest of the bridge so the city won't get destroyed.
But then the rune goes into the water.
Mm.
And then
And
river of fire.
and they would be swimming in the water. I don't know if it
I
works.
think if we do it far enough back to where we won't have to worry about it catching the wall or the bridge on fire, it'll still make it a harder ingress at that point. I think that'll work.
Didn't we
Because
think
once again, it's all about controlling. It's all about funneling. Like Danver said, if we can control where they're going to be coming at and how many at a time, that's a better plan for us.
Did we also think of
How
any
attached?
sort of- Oh, go ahead.
Excuse me, random person. How attached is everybody to the windmill blades?
Yeah, you got me.
The random person says, relatively, they grind wheat into flour for making bread.
How long would it take to repair the windmill blades?
6 to 8 weeks, depending on how much damage is done.
6 to 8 weeks,
If-
Jesus. What do you guys do with
Yeah.
the rest of your time?
we can. We
Well,
can
have you not seen the status of our village?
Yeah,
It
I
would not
see.
be
I see raw
priority.
material everywhere.
All right, so here's
And
the
we're
fucking
short
deal.
on people and skills. You guys killed people with bats.
Here's the fucking deal. All right, before you get too uppity, listen to the fucking deal. We're going to disassemble just the blades of the windmill, and then stick them in so that they can be ignited and provide to the defense. Because right now we're losing something. It's how much can we contain the losses?
What are you sticking them in?
I don't know.
We're going to stick them in the fucking ground on the south edge, making it a firewall, where we can control how much burns. So that way the orcs will be like, oh man, it's going to be too damaging to come in this way. We might as well go the other way. Well, we're there with our bats that you seem to think we love so much.
I am thinking we don't make a fire. We just draw them in and then set the fire rune, which will burn everything. If you remember, it wasn't that we were walking into fire when we found it. That it was just
Wait, hold on
burn
a second.
us by being close.
Just so if I barely understand how this room works, that means they probably don't understand how this works at all. So why don't we just lie to them about how it works and be like, oh, this is protected by the fire rune. Don't come here or it'll burn you.
Yes, but I would rather kill them with it.
Yeah, we start off with Operation Quicksilver and then quickly put silver into their hearts.
Ogilvy, I don't think they're going to leave much time or opportunity for diplomacy or threats.
What I was thinking with the windmill blades, we can build something that launches all of these rocks we have around.
So as you guys are having these conversations, one of the guards comes up to you guys and goes, and Morik at that and goes, So the orcs just retreated, but they left their banner.
Oh shit!
Um,
I'm
What
thinking
happens to
now
be the
that
color of it?
which way did they go?
that's
They
kind of
went.
like, to me, like I think they just left a laser marker for
For
some
another bombardment.
for another bombardment. Yep.
Oh,
They went west, and then I lost sight of them.
Just
All
to
right.
make
So
sure that we're reading the same map, north is up on this map, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
on all maps,
on all
where
maps.
where is
Not all
their
maps.
where is their banner?
Their
um,
banner is
okay.
essentially sitting. I'll use this spear if I can grab it.
Okay,
Two things: we wait
It's
here to get
essentially
hit
sitting
with
right there.
boulders, or we leave.
is it made of cloth?
Yes.
I would like to climb up on the top of the towery thingy. Take out a short bow. That short bow that I found, and on the end, just wrap a little bit of cloth and dip it in the cooking oil
Okay.
and light it. And I'm gonna cast True Strike. Oh shoot, no, that's too far away. Never mind. I'm not gonna cast True Strike. I'm just gonna shoot at it.
Okay, roll to attack.
I forgot I can't do that on any target. Nope.
What you get?
I shot a 7.
Hmm. Well, luckily it's a non-moving banner, so you managed to hit it.
Oh.
It ain't going nowhere. It doesn't have an ace. It's not defending itself.
Okay.
It's not hard to hit.
That's
You can
good.
go through the banner.
Okay.
But roll a D100 and we'll see if you can catch it on fire, though, depending on what part you hit.
82.
Yeah, you actually managed to get it to start burning. And,
I,
and it seems to have caught like a greasy spot of the fabric when the arrow passed through it, and it starts burning a little bit here and there.
I kind of strut down the ladder.
So their banner is starting to burn.
Okay, so are there at least two people in the town who possess and can use a bow and arrow?
Let me double check on that, see if there's anybody
I can hand off a bow to somebody.
specifically called out.
I don't really need it.
Uh, it looks like pretty much everybody here is gonna be farmers for the most part, so they kind of can, but they aren't like dedicated hunters. They have the general premise of it.
Doesn't it look kind of tough? Like,
The guards are about the toughest thing you're seeing here. It's a lot of this is kind of a quiet farming community, kind of
sure.
think like Maple Park.
Right, but like every farm community's got that one guy who starts bar fights and stuff.
Yeah, well, that one guy got crushed by a rock.
Okay.
I hold on. Let me try something. I want to find the scrawniest guy, and then hand him the bow and just say, "Go shoot that."
Your bow?
No, your bow.
How are you gonna hand him my bow?
I grab it from you and give it to him. I'm just testing something. If he sucks, it's not him.
Trying to see who all I got.
But what if the scrawniest guy is the one that's like secretly really good at this?
Why would you choose the scrawniest guy?
Mm,
I think it was just an example.
yeah.
I would like to, I guess, amongst the villagers, using my semi-decent insight, if there's anybody who at least seems like not cowardly.
Um,
And how scrawny is he?
let me find him.
Also, like, in kind of our debrief as a group, as if the four of us, listen, we're going to be potentially split up here. So, if you're in trouble, you need to say something before you're unconscious.
A good point.
I'm going to try to
What
stay
if
as mobile as possible without, getting myself boxed in. So if something happens, I can still help one of you guys back up.
I'm going to try to stay out of the fray.
I will try to stay coherent during the fight then.
If you hear me yell tippy toe, come running.
Okay.
Yeah. If you hear me not yell, come running.
If you hear me scream for my life.
All right.
Yeah, so if
Are we going to barricade the south?
I should hope so.
we could
Was
try.
that part of the plans? Maybe that's what we use the windmill blades for.
There's
That's what
plenty
I
of
was
wreckage.
saying the entire fucking time.
I'm sure there's plenty of wreckage in the village that we can use.
Yes.
I'm just wondering how much time we have before whatever's going to happen happens now that the orcs have left. So whatever we're going to do, we need to do it quickly.
So, as things are progressing through the day and you've had your conversations, it has become dusk at this point of you guys starting to have the conversation of, maybe we should barricade that southern end and, still waiting for villagers to be given their positions. And you see a group of the orcs, well, I'll call out from the guard, coming that the orcs have returned from the west. Seems about half of them, and they're carrying a red banner this time. And they seem to be moving in an aggressive manner towards the main gate.
Can I look? I want to scan the entire sky that I can see.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, that one. Let's make it a 19.
All right. And
Sorry,
where are you?
crashed into about 4 other die.
Where would you be scanning from? Put yourself where you would be, so I know.
Well, let's just say that I was still up on the opposite tower from where the guard is now.
Okay.
The tower to the north.
Okay. With a 19, you easily enough make note that it's about half the orcs coming from the west, and off in the distance, best you can tell, is there's another group of orcs that are heading for the river on the southern end of the village. Looks like they're heading for that bridge.
I wanted to scan the sky itself specifically, not out into the.
Oh, the sky?
Yeah.
You see clouds, birds, no dragons, no floating castles, nothing of giant-esque.
Okay. That's what I was after.
But you did catch a glimpse of the other group of orcs coming from the south. So with that, can I get you guys to roll initiative for me?
Can I roll my portent rolls from the morning?
Yeah, you can still do that.
And then,
Ooh.
so wait, you said the villagers didn't have like orders?
No, you guys hadn't given them where they needed to be yet.
For the record, I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Okay. And let's do... I need to add a couple things to this.
So we're rolling initiative. Oh boy.
Oh, and... Okay, so Kaz, what did you get?
18.
All right. Villagers are there. Bearfane.
16.
Ogilvy.
I also had an 18 with a +1 modifier.
All right. Kaz, what's yours?
My modifier is +1.
Okay. Well, you guys can sort it out.
Okay.
Danvers.
13.
All right. And what's yours? Your modifier is a negative something or another, right?
It's -2 now.
Negative 1,000,000.
It was -3. Now it's -2.
Okay. So, Kaz and Ogilvy are up first.
Before we get started, could I ask Danvers where he wanted the party split to again? What was the designation? You and Ogilvy and Kaz and I at the south?
Yeah, if there's
You
anything
can get as close to
like
the south as you want, but like I was thinking maybe staying like maybe in the southern part of the town square so you could see the south but not be completely split up.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I'm not going to have enough range then with my spells to be effective at anything, except for when I burn slots for the big ones.
are we going to be lowering the bridge?
so we'll give you guys a couple minutes right now before we actually get rolling into this to completely hash out your plans, because it would be fair to say that you guys have had a whole day to figure this out.
Yeah.
So get everything squared away, and then we'll do positioning of the villagers as it starts, because this is just, you're essentially finalizing everything right as this is starting. Right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine if you want to be closer to the south. Like it was just a suggestion that that we stay close to the square. How many like villagers or guards would you want to take with you? I guess, Mike, how many villagers do we have? Do you have a total number of villagers, not guards?
1, 2, 3. Looks like you have a total of 18 villagers and 3 guards remaining.
Okay. So,
If we're going to leave the drawbridge up for the first initial action, and you guys are going to try to snipe them from the towers, you're not going to need as much there. So maybe we'll leave you 2 guards and 6 villagers, and we'll take a guard and 12 villagers down to the south. And then when you guys are going to be opening the bridge, we can shift and just do a 50-50 split kind of thing.
okay. Do we want to start with the drawbridge up and then like wait to see what they do to try to get across that gap? Because obviously they have to have like some sort of siege plan there, right?
Well, if you've got there not to be a way to get across, and you've got high ground with the towers, I think you'd be able to take out quite a few just by sniping, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
And when you need to change tactics because they're not advancing, and obviously they're going to need to advance in order for us to take care of the rest of them, then we could go ahead and announce that we're lowering the bridge and start the melee within the entrance there.
Yeah. Okay. I want to hand out, or I want to have handed out 5 of my 7 javelins to villagers.
Okay.
So that they are armed with. So like the ones who had like the stupidest weapon, if anyone didn't have a pitchfork or a scythe, like here, take a javelin, be useful.
Yeah.
And when I was asking about villagers, I was going to give one the short bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do the guards have for ranged weapons up on top of the
They
tower?
have
I'm
their
assuming something. Spears?
Yep, they have a spear.
What is the point of a guard tower if you have a fucking spear? God, these people are idiots.
Yeah, they really thought this one through. It's not
We're
a city that's really expecting to be assaulted.
we're sending a shipment of fucking crossbows.
We become
Okay,
filthy,
so-
stinking rich heroes of the realm. First thing we do, Nightstone crossbows.
So do we, with that knowledge then, Do we want to change the method of attack with the drawbridge? Do you want to just lower the bridge right away?
So I think we should leave a guard on top. If you guys are taking 2 of the 3 guards, we'll leave our guard on top so he can tell us what they're doing, and then we can leave the bridge up to see what their plan is. That'll slow them down on this side, and then if we need to, we can drop the bridge.
Because even though these guys are orcs, I think they're going to know enough tactics to know that the southern entrance is going to be the easiest one at first until the bridge is down.
Other than the river part, like
it's gonna be slow for them to
the
get into the village that way, but they have less resistance potentially, is what they're thinking.
True.
I mean, I would leave the bridge
That
up.
Okay.
Because I
Let's
mean,
see the guard there.
How do we remember how long it took for the bridge to go down and up?
I think if you hammer the lever, it'll just.
Yeah.
So dropping it's really quick. How long does it take to go up? Because we've done that.
Depends on how well you roll.
I think it was.
Okay.
It took us 3 turns when we did it.
Yeah, and that was because you guys got like an 18 and a 19 on the second or the third.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit.
So
slow.
the main reason here is if they destroy the bridge and they decide that they have to ford the river, they're still below us by the way that the map looks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, we like between that and the narrow entry, maybe 2 of them can get in at a time if we come through and we're having attacks prepared. So unless they have ranged weapons, I'm not really too worried about the drawbridge being up or down. What I'm worried about is if they do have ranged weapons and they're trying to shoot arrows at us, do we have something to make it so they have to take indirect shots?
I mean, the walls. There. If you look like at the bottom of the map, it shows you what the village looks like from the side.
They'd have to just launch them and hope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I said indirect shots. Is like essentially, do we have anything where, like, even if it's just like, hey, stay underneath this until there's people in melee range.
Yeah, I mean, we could have the villagers and who are on our side, like on the west side, we could have them stand against the wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way they'll get hit then, unless someone perfectly sneaks an arrow over there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because if it comes down towards, if I was in the assaulting party, maybe only 3 people would be going in at a time and trying to distract us, while everyone else is just raining in arrows.
Yeah.
Is there anyone like? Do we have a scout who can see what they have? Like, what are they equipped with?
You do have guard up on the tower.
If I had my
Um,
familiar,
You had all day to cast it.
I don't have the materials.
Sucks for you.
From your guys' experience earlier, and catching a glimpse of them earlier, it would be fair to say that you saw that they have great axes and javelins for the most part.
Okay.
So then,
Not so many
Yeah.
archers.
Yeah, so
okay,
if
I
we
mean, that's
post
great. If
walls, they'll be fine.
doing that will protect them from the javelins and will give us more ammo as they throw them.
Yeah.
So
I want to set the fire rune in like gently, carefully, because I know what it does. In let's say this tower,
Okay.
and just so that everybody and make sure everybody knows it's there. Just like if it comes to it, if there's a good time, because I would have like if we lower the bridge or something to plant it on the other end,
Mhm.
so that it doesn't burn us, but at least maybe hurts them.
All right. So do you all feel that you are confident in your plan?
No,
Everybody's on the same page?
Yeah, just remind me how many villagers are going to be on the west side. How many did you say you were taking down with you, Bearfang?
I believe the DM said there was 18 altogether plus the 3 guards, so I was going to take split it like a 70-30. So I'll take a dozen.
Okay.
and which way did?
Unless you just want to do half and half now, you can have 9. I'll have 9.
No, I mean that's fine. We've got a guard. We've got the gate. We have a little. I think we have a slight tactical advantage over here. So if we limit our
Right.
manpower over here, that's okay.
So
And then we can
Danvers-
shift if we have to.
Danvers is west, Bearfang is south. Where was Ogilvy going?
West.
So I'm west, but
Okay.
I'm also making sure every civilian who, like, the guard can fend for himself as got training. Every civilian, I'm just saying, until you actually see orcs coming in and closing the distance, do not be out in the open. Make sure there's something above you at all times.
Hmm. And then when the when the gate gets breached, line up on the outside of the dragon's teeth and try to fight from there and keep the orcs from spilling out into the village as much as possible.
And nobody runs unless everyone runs.
Also, don't stand in front of me.
Here's the deal. If you ever hear me stop screaming, then it's time to run. If I am screaming, you are standing.
Where's Morik gonna go? You want to have Morik down south with you guys?
Oh, hey,
Well, we'll have 2 guards, so why don't you have him stay up there with you?
Okay.
yes.
Mork, what do you cool with that?
I'm here to keep the village safe and fucking protect my inn.
All right. I'm just saying, if things even look a little bit shady down on our weak side, you're the first one to show it up. Take whatever resources you need to make sure it stays.
Fairfane, can you make a perception? Actually, what is your passive perception?
13.
Okay. With Morik walking around, you make note that you catch a whiff of a dwarvish fire brandy smell coming from him, like a very expensive fire brandy. It's like he had a bottle hidden somewhere.
Good.
If only we rolled higher during our investigations.
So as he walks past you, he basically nudges you and hands you a flask.
Thank you, brother.
It's super
Well,
flammable.
this will be fun. All right, if you guys are ready, we can get this party started.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not ready,
And
but let's go anyway.
Ogilvy, you're up first.
That's what it is now.
Kaz, you go first, because until they get closer, I'm not really going to do anything.
I mean, I can't see them from here. I'm just waiting. So, can I do to start? Shoot, because I can't do that yet. Yeah, I am going to, I guess, stand where I am and ready a frostbite because that doesn't waste a spell slot.
Okay.
I go right there.
Cool.
Were you going to actually be able to put guards in the 2 different places then, Mike?
Yeah, they're gonna
Not
move on
guards,
their.
but village
Yep.
guys, village people.
Yep, they're all gonna start moving when it's their opportunity.
Okay.
It's fun to slay all the ORC.
Yeah, all of this basically, I gave you guys the opportunity to finalize your plans because you had so many different things going on,
Gotcha.
and the ogres or the orcs showed up as you guys were finalizing plans. So
Well,
everybody was getting ready to disperse.
I'd say in that case, I should go back to say like sort of in range to talk, and then go.
Well, you're fine. We're playing fast and loose. It's okay.
Okay,
I have Rona. It's fine.
We've never been part of a siege before.
everything is fine.
It's all good.
After
I'm just dying. What's going on? All right, Ogilvy, what are you doing?
I'm going to climb up the guard tower so I can see. I'm assuming that makes me exposed, so I'm going to take the dodge action for my main action.
Okay.
And I would just like to That's all my turn's going to be. I'm not going to ready anything because I'm taking the dodge action. I just want to see when they get into range so I can rage an appropriate time.
Okay. So just holding till it's appropriate.
Yeah, so I'm assuming I'm up there. How many feet in the air am I?
You're probably, if you're at the very top of the tower, about 30 foot up.
All right, so then I'm going to mark that. Oh, come on, let me actually do that. And then take the dodge, I'm done.
Okay. Then Bearfane.
I just want to call out to the villagers and guards that are going to be down here to get ready to put them in their positions when they
Okay.
arrive.
Then we have our war chief here. He's gonna shout in Orcish to split now, and he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then these guys are gonna follow suit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll put them. I don't know why their spacing is off, but whatever. These idiots. 30, and they're going to use, because they're going at the gate, their bonus action of aggressive to move up to its speed towards a hostile creature. Who'd we just lose?
They're back.
Okay. So these guys are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and they're going to stop right there in the river. And that's their action, bonus action, yada yada. And then we got these orcs.
How deep is the water?
It's, probably 10 foot deep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, they'd be give or take right there. Yeah. So that's them. Danvers, you're up.
All right, as a free action, I shout up to Ogilvy. I say, Ogilvy, call out what you see. How far away are they? And I'm going to hold my shield up because I remember they have javelins, hoping to give myself maybe like half or 3/4 cover. um,
Would I be able to provide an answer on this, assuming that all these turns are simultaneous?
Yes.
I just say, 6 coming up right to the start of the what is it, like the bridge landing? Yep. Another 6 drifted off southwest. I'm sure that's all I can get out in that turn.
okay. So then I also shout out, Morik, be ready to move south. Get somewhere in the middle. And yeah, so then for my action, I too will take the. You know what, I'm going to ready an attack with my javelin, and the trigger is going to be, do I see something? An orc. Not the half orc that I know, but I'm just going to
Okay.
hold that javelin. I'm going to hold the shield up, and I got the javelin ready. You know.
All right. Then we got this idiot being up. 10, 15. And she'll end up there. Our villagers are going to do their split now. These guys, here's 9 of them.
I'll be right back.
5,
Okay.
6, 7. It's 30. They're going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They'll end up there. These guys are going to reassess themselves. Along the dragon's teeth, like you guys told them. You're going to dash there. And then we had 2 guards going southward. So they're going to go. Oh, wrong way. 30, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then we're back at the top with Kaz and Ogilvy.
How big, like these two boulders, how tall are they?
They're probably about 5 foot in diameter, so they're probably buried a foot, foot and a half into the ground, so 3.5 foot tall.
But like it would probably be about 5 feet when we take it out.
Yeah, if you take it completely out of the earth.
Don't have much else to do right now, so I'm just gonna try it. 5, 10. I'm gonna try to pick up that rock.
All right. Make a strength check for me.
2.
You almost pull something.
You move it 2 microns.
That's not going to work. Gonna go back to where I was and look around if there's anything else that I would be able to grab. Which, if I can't do that, that's turn. That's fine. That would. I
Really not much over here in the way of debris or anything.
Yeah, didn't think so. Okay.
All right. Ogilvy.
All right. So with my dodge action ended, I have somebody who would be in throwing distance, but assuming the 30 feet drop off.
We don't
That
use
would-
Pythagorean theorem.
All right, cool. Then they're well within range. I'm going to snap into a javelin
All right.
and throw it at this guy right here.
Lead one.
Yep, let me just make sure that my ninja mask is off because I won't be dodging anymore. Throwing to hit. That is an 18 plus 5
I'll hit.
for 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And that puts me down a javelin.
He would be in that row.
And I'm at 4 remaining javelins. There we go.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna say, you guys would be really, really smart if you turned around and just fucked on off.
Oh. All right. Bearfane, you're up then.
All right. I'm gonna simply move over here and try to blend in with a little bit of the rubble here, this giant boulder, just to get a better line of sight on the approaching enemy, and just hold an action until I see one of them up on like nearer to the end of the bridge, the wall, that kind of thing.
Okay, then these guys are going up. 30, so the end there. These guys are swimming. 15, that ends them there. Danvers, you're up. Oh wait, I needed to have these guys. My bad. These guys.
You can stay there. That's fine.
I'm gonna delete that. Oh crap. They need to come back. I need to get rid of that. That's causing problems. Alright. 5, 10. So these guys are gonna stop here. That one's gonna go. Oh, I didn't need all of them, you idiot. So that one's gonna go there. And they're gonna make strength checks to see if they can get their great axes into the door, into the whatchamajigget. If they can't, they are hacking at it. That one. What is his modifier? One of them gets a good, solid great axe wedged around the perimeter of the drawbridge. But that's about it for those guys. So now it's Danvers' turn.
Okay, so from my side of the bridge, what does it look like they're doing? Are they trying to hack through the bridge?
It looks like they're trying to wedge at least an axe in between the drawbridge up here
Uh-huh.
and the wood guard tower,
Uh-huh.
so that way they can possibly get something in there to leverage it apart.
Okay. So I'm gonna shout out to drop the bridge.
Okay.
And then I'm going to continue to hold a javelin attack.
Okay. So, we'll say that's something that guard was waiting for. It's going to be interesting because there's 2 latching mechanisms. So, you hear one of the latching mechanisms go slack, and the south side of the bridge get loose and twist a little bit. And there is now a small gap on this side.
Okay. So it's the villager's turn now then?
No, he was basically holding for any kind of action with the drawbridge, this guard was.
Okay.
So when you shouted drop the bridge, he used his reaction, his held action to do that.
Okay.
So the bridge has opened a little bit on that side, and it kind of fucked the hinge up.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. That should put you there. Okay. And villagers. So, these guys are squaring up. Those guys are going to hold an action. These guards are going to come this way. 30. Everybody's basically holding back because they're a bunch of fucking cowards. Kaz and Ogilvy are up.
I defer to Cass.
Do that. Okay. It's what time of day is it?
It's duskish.
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 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Shoot. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna go behind that other rock. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And kind of signal the 2 guards to get up by the entrance.
Okay. And anything else?
I guess ready a frostbite if something gets up there.
All right, Ogilvy.
All right. So the bridge on my side has not been slackened at all, is it?
Correct.
I'm just gonna shout down, "What the fuck are you waiting for? Drop the bridge!" And I can't move and ready attack at the same time. Shit. All right, I'm gonna take one last turn dodging,
Okay.
and that will end my turn.
Okay, Bearfane.
What I have heard Ogilvy yell out that they're dropping the bridge.
Make a perception check with how far away you are.
That is a dirty 20.
You would have heard the word bridge. So, in your guys' plan, it would safe to assume that you would believe so.
Yeah, I'll assume that there's something going on up there. That's all I have to go off. That's fine.
Yeah,
So
it's a good
what I want to do is move up here, and it looks like I've got line of sight on at least this forward goblin here, or
Yeah.
orc.
Okay. Yep. You would.
And I believe I'm within close enough range at that point in time to cast Sacred Flame at him.
And that is deck save, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. For some reason, Beyond wouldn't come up right away.
That is a failure.
All right. So he takes 2 radiant damage.
All right.
Fortunately, that's all that came up to, and then I'll just scurry back to my boulder.
Uh,
I want to. I don't think from where I am, I don't think I can get a glimpse of the drawbridge at all. I don't know. There's just a field. Would I be able to see the bridge from where I'm at?
you
Question.
wouldn't be able to see.
Well, not the bridge itself, but the 2 guardhouses, the bridge houses.
Let's zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, you would be able to see them from here. You would actually probably be able to catch a glimpse of that chain on Ogilvy's side as still being unusually taut.
Okay. Wow. I think I'm just going to stay here for right now until I
Okay.
see a change in that area. I'm going to stay right here.
These guys are up. Okay. Those guys are going there. These ones are going to go 5, 10, 15, 5, 10. Alright. And then that one is going to step through right there.
It takes no effort to get up the hill.
They are traversing it as difficult terrain. And I need to make sure that they aren't running into any other issues.
So they can go 45.
Because they have action, dash, and aggressive as a bonus action, they can move an additional full movement. It's fucking nuts. The aggressive reads as a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature it can see.
And they can see Bearfane?
Yes. Because this bridge is so fucked up. Well, actually, no. That would have actually stopped him there. My bad. And then these guys would be 5, 10, back there. Good catch. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. So we'll end you there. I need to check something. 60 foot somewhere I can see. What's the slope on that thing? 10 foot. So yeah, they're all pretty much stuck right there for that turn. Orcs are done. Villagers, there. These guards are going to follow orders. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15. And they're going to post up against this wall here. And hopefully surprise some orcs when they pop out. So they're going to ready their spears if an orc pops out. That guy is going to climb down. So he's going to go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll stop his movement there. He'll dash and go 5. And he's up there with Ogilvy now. 1 level below to drop the bridge on his next turn. So we're back at the top with Kaz.
Okay. I am going to take a chance here. Well, I guess I need to actually know what I know, I guess. I saw Bearfane attack, I
Yes.
assume, and so I have a sense that they're close, right? So I am going. Yes.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Okay. I am going to use my hidden step to turn invisible right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to ready Burning Hands at second level.
Okay.
Out, like, out into the bridge.
Okay. So basically, if anybody steps into that spot there, you're going to burning hands the shit out of them.
Yeah, and hopefully several people.
Okay. Fair enough. Anything else?
Oh, second.
Ogilvy?
Main action dodge.
Oh.
Until they come across that bridge, there's not really a lot I can do.
Okay. Then, Airfane, you are up.
And you can't see me.
No. You're up, Dan.
Oh, sorry. I was spacing. All right. I am going to move here because I believe that gives me line of sight around Kaz, and yet I can still hit one of the orcs. I want to try to hit that one with Sacred Flame as well.
Okay. He rolled a 16.
All right, so he beat it. For my bonus action, I want to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I think I'll stay right there after having done that.
Alright, then these idiots are up, and they're gonna go 5, 10, 15. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15. Would be right there. And then these guys are gonna take a step up. Let's see if they can do it. Nope. On their first movement. Let's see about their aggressive. They did on their second. These guys are able to move. They're gonna have to do it single file. That guy's gonna go 10. 5. So these guys are basically bottlenecking themselves. So you're good to fire off your burning hands if you want.
And just from a timing, if I could have done it, I don't want to set the wall on fire, so I wanted to kind of like stretch it like that.
And it's a cone, correct?
Yeah, 15-foot cone.
So you could, yeah, you could graze the wall there and then go 5, because that'd put it to there, and then just basically push it that way.
Yeah.
And so you'd catch 1,
Good rolls.
3, 4 of them.
17 fire damage.
Okay.
Nice.
They are definitely looking more rough, that's for sure.
And now they can see me though. So
Yeah. -7. That's a lot of fire damage. All right. Yeah, we'll lump that guy in there too, because why not? I like that he's right there. It makes sense. All right. So that triggered that. The orcs are done. Danvers, you're up.
Did the orcs at the bridge not do anything?
Oh, I forgot about them. Thanks.
And did the... Oh, yeah, never mind, never mind.
All right, so these guys, I forgot about these guys up here. Okay, they passed their dex check. Seeing this side has come slack, they're gonna go 10.
Did the other villager lower the other side?
No, but this side's slack, and they basically are forcing themselves in.
All right, I'm gonna hit that first guy with the javelin.
So 5, 10. So 10, 20. Okay, that guy would end there. Be 10, 20. That guy would go there. That guy would end there. 10, 20. And that guy would end there. That first one. All right, roll the hit.
Okay. All right, that's gonna probably hit with a 24.
That definitely hits.
All right, and that is gonna be 10 piercing damage.
Very nice. He's looking really rough.
Okay.
All right. Now, Danvers, your turn's up.
All right. I'm going to 5, 10. Just make sure that this is right. I'll move 5 feet further, I guess. I'll step there. And I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Ooh.
So all the ones straight in front of me need to make a dexterity saving throw.
1, 2, 3, 4. 16, a 19, a 16, and an 11.
Okay, so the last one does not save, the other ones do. And that's going to be 8 lightning damage, so 4 to the ones that saved.
All right.
I guess that's going to do it for me.
Okay, then we have this genius who's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. That'll be 30. And she's going to use bonus action. Let's grab her spear to cast a spiritual weapon by Kaz. She's going to spelunk it right there. That's her bonus action. And then when you cast it, it can make a melee attack within to Kaz. I need dice. That's gonna miss, so that's nice.
Think.
Yeah, I rolled a 5, so I don't. A 8 would hit you.
Nope.
All right, that's her action, bonus action, or that's her bonus action, and it was her movement to get there. Yeah, so she'd be good there. Then villagers. So 15, they're gonna gear up here with Bearfang because they don't want to die. Alright, they're all waiting, giving a birth. Kaz and Ogilvy are up.
You first, Kaz.
I'll do that right now. I'm just do a first level burn hands in the same spot because that seemed to work.
Alright, go for it. Full water.
They have to make a dex save.
Okay, give me a
Everybody
second.
match. But I have 14 fire on tap.
Ooh.
These 2 dice are really good.
It definitely feels like my lung capacity is decreased at the moment. This much thinking is using a lot of oxygen, guys. I never realized it. Alright. Dex saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fail, fail. Fail, fail. And that's a pass.
Okay, so 14 to everybody and then 7 to the other, right?
Alright.
Yes. Half. Yes.
Then. So that one's gonna expire. That one's gonna expire. That one almost expires. Same. So they're looking definitely rougher.
That's my
Bunch of these.
cue to back up. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Ogilvy. If
All
Kaz
right.
has nothing.
Yep.
So that ends my dodge from last turn. I'm now going to use my bonus action to rage. And the rage effect that I'll get this time is a 4. Arcane energy enshrouds me. Until my rage ends, I get a +2 bonus to my AC. Whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack, that creature also takes force damage equal to my Constitution modifier. So every time I get hit, they get 3 damage reflected back to them.
Nice.
I'm also going to, once I've got the rage there, jump off of that 30-foot tower with my warhammer and try to land right on an orc as an
Okay.
attack. So tell me what I need to do to resolve that wish.
Roll to attack, and we'll see how much fall damage you take on the way down.
Okay, my roll to attack is a natural 20.
All right. Your attack's gonna hit. Which one are you going after?
I'm gonna go after the one that already has the javelin in him, since he's been marked off as easy pickings.
All right, that lead one. right.
Whichever one has the javelin in him.
That's the lead one there.
Cool.
So you're gonna take 3 fall damage from this. That's already been halved for you, and roll
Okay.
your damage for the attack.
All right. So with the warhammer at two-handed, so that started off as a 2, doubled to 4. The second roll is a 5, doubled to 10. So that's 14 plus 5 because of the rage bonus. 14 plus 5 would be 19 damage.
All right, he goes kersplat.
Okay.
He doth kersplatted. All right, what else would you like to do, Batman?
Hold on. Let me take a look at all the rest of my features and traits because I just took first level in fighter. Oh, never mind. I can re-roll that too, so I'm going to because I like it. It stayed at 2.
All right. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Then I'm just gonna turn because I imagine that I landed here. I'm just gonna turn at the other orcs and I can say, "Get out while you still can." But you know, in
All right.
Ogilvy's voice.
All right, then Bearfane's up.
All right. Am I correct in seeing that there might be a spiritual weapon on the field?
Yes, there is.
Might I ask who cast that?
That would be this individual behind the wall here.
Oh, the different looking one. Okay. Still maintaining where I'm at. Once again, just gonna try to use Sacred Flame on that first guy right there.
That's pass with a 17.
Shit, I have to start doing some bigger damage stuff here. I think I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to call that the end of my action.
Okay, then we got these idiots here for 15. Then 5, 10, 15. Let's see. Okay, they're stopped there. These guys are gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 12, 15. Let's see how they actually fare. They rolled well enough to get up, and well enough to get up. That would be 30, 10, 20, 30, and then we're gonna use your bonus action to go there. Damn it, I didn't want that. 30, 10. Then you're gonna use your bonus action 5, 10, 15. There. You would actually have used yours to go there. Okay, you guys are all good. These ones are gonna go ham on that guard. But both of them were holding javelin attacks for when they saw the orc, so nope. That's gonna miss. Oh jeez, what does she want? Okay, both those missed. The orcs are gonna go now. That's just hits for that first one. Second one. First and second hit. Which is enough to make this guard go for splat. And then this one is these two are gonna go after that villager. A hit and a miss. So that is, I'm losing dice. That's enough to make this villager go kersplat. Okay, so that ends them. These idiots up here are gonna make friends with Ogilvy. There. He'll go there. He'll go 10, 15. He'll go 5,
Looks like
10.
we're getting a lot of reflective damage.
Yep. But they're also gaining advantage because of flanking.
Good, right where I want them.
So the first one is a 23 to hit.
Hits, they take 3 damage.
23, you take 11 slashing.
Reduced to
So-
5.
Minus 3. The next one is going to be a 24 to hit.
They take 3 damage.
You're enjoying that way too much.
Yep.
Minus 3. And you're going to take 15 slashing damage.
Reduced to 7.
This one is going to be a 19 to hit.
They take 3 damage.
That is going to be 11 slashing damage.
Reduced to 5.
And this one, last one with advantage, is going to be 23 also.
They take 3 damage.
And that is 13 slashing damage. The
Reduced
last
to 6.
one without is going to hit also. They got really lucky. And that is 14 slashing damage on that last one.
Well, what did they roll to hit?
They rolled a 17 plus 5. 23.
Okay, so they take 3 damage. And what they... It was
14.
11 reduced to 5?
No, it was a 14, so you only took 7 damage.
Alright, cool.
And then Danvers is up. Your buddy is surrounded.
Yep, I'm gonna go 5, 10 to there. I'm gonna try to hit the one to my south with my flail. That's gonna be a 19, I want to say. Yeah, 19 to hit. Okay, so that's gonna be 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then with my Crusher feat, I get to move him to 5 feet to an unoccupied space, provided he's no more than 1 larger than me.
Okay.
So I would
Where
like
would you like?
I would like to move him there, just outside of Ogilvy's range.
Which will give Ogilvy an opportunity attack.
Well, then let's hit with my Warhammer, two-handed.
I like how this works out together.
Natural 1.
Aw.
Damn you, Ogilvy.
Wait, hold on. Did the just to actually do this, I kind of noticed this in my other game. Was the orc forced to move, or did the orc freely choose to move past me?
Forced to move.
That does, based off the writing of opportunity attacks, it does not incite one.
Really?
Just for playing in the future. My other DM, because I took a warlock with Eldritch Blast, Repelling Blast, in order to do exactly that. And by the writing of how opportunity attacks happen, it would not proc one. It's when you move, not when you are moved.
That's not what it says on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach.
Been your DM's interpretation.
There
Yes.
you go. Okay. Well, then we got it settled, and it's better for us this time.
Yeah, it says when it moves out of your reach. It doesn't say that it willingly moves out of your reach.
Okay. Well, the next time I use that character, I'm going to bring that argument to the table.
You might want to check with a written copy, but on D&D Beyond, opportunity attack reads everybody's looking for a chance to strike an enemy who is fleeing or passing by. Such a strike is called an opportunity attack. You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach. To make the opportunity attack, you use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking creature, and it occurs right before it leaves your reach. Yeah, it just says moves out of your reach.
Cool.
I think Scott hit it though. It's interpretation. So
Yeah, because that's also not what it says in the book. There's language differences, but it's trying to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no.
all right.
D&D Beyond, it just says moves out of it. So if it's willingly or unwillingly, you moved out of it. I'm going to go with
Let's
it's
move
still
on.
provoked.
We're taking too much time on this.
or not.
I
I'll
accept
take
your
over.
point. I accept your point. I accept your point.
We'll argue with God if God wants to argue with God.
I mean, that was the end of my turn, so he's the DM. You can take as much time as you want on it.
All right. Our wonderful idiot is going to take her bonus action to move her spiritual weapon 5, 10 there. And going to take a bludgeoning attack at Bearfang because he is immediately available, which is going to miss. And then is going to... What other... I have to figure out what to do with her because she has the spells. I need... What is it for this? Bearfang, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. As she casts a spell on you.
well, it's a good modifier, but I still only got a 9.
Alright, then on your next turn, you are commanded to grovel. Which means you are gonna go prone. Alright. So that will end her turn.
Oh, can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
not?
I just remembered that I had it.
Good call.
Nice. Let's try making that a 16 instead.
Right, you definitely succeed, and you will not be groveling on your next turn.
Thank the Lord.
But you thought about it.
We're not
Right.
worthy.
Oh, shit. I know I've got something for that, but
These villagers are gonna try and take on this orc because they're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna all go there. And
as long as they're trying, that's all we ask of them.
yeah, you guys are murdering whole towns by
What weapons do these 3 people have?
sticks. They have clubs.
Okay.
Alright, first one is gonna miss. No, wait, that's the wrong die anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Stop rolling the d12, Mike.
Miss. Miss. That one will hit, and those 2 will hit. And so this guy takes some bludgeoning damage. Hey, I'm low on the O2s. I'm allowed. I do what I want. Math rocks. Okay, and then these guys are gonna go 30. God damn it. Okay, so this guy gets 3 at him, missing a hit, and a miss. So he gets 2 from that, and then I gotta see what the guard does to him.
No. Oh.
What's up?
Nope, you're good. I was just trying to think if I remembered seeing this or not.
That's gonna hit, and that'll be a D8. Alright, minus 4 more there. He's looking a little rough. So villagers are done. We're back at the top with Kaz and Ogilvy.
Okay. I am going to, assuming I can see through that one person,
Yes.
I want to magic missile all 3 of the darts at the crazy lady thing, whatever that is.
Roll the damage.
3 of these guys. 4, 7, 8 plus 3. So altogether.
So 11.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm hanging back.
All right, then. Ogilvy. Thanks for the
There's
reminder.
a lot going on.
That's why I
No, they
decided to
wouldn't.
wait.
Because your villagers were told specifically to stay behind the dragon's teeth till they came into range. So actually,
That's,
They seem
that
pretty
one
in range.
that one would have.
does one have a short bow?
Yeah, we'll say one of them has a short bow. So yeah,
Because I gave
we'll have 2 of
somebody
them
a
do.
short bow.
That first one will hit, so he'll actually kill one.
Because you did give one of those guys your bow, right, Kaz?
Yeah, I gave one of them a bow.
Yeah.
And we'll have one of them up there with the bow take a shot, and he will hit, and he'll go after that guy.
Yeah, I was picturing the one who killed him like an Ewok with a stick.
That will be this guy. And that-
I believe it's D6.
I took it out of my equipment, so I
okay.
don't know.
Well, it's enough to kill this guy up here too. Your villagers are feeling very proud of themselves. I am appreciating all of the help today, guys. I definitely need it. All right, so now it's
All
Ogilvy's
right,
turn.
then. I'm going to make a smack at the guy to my south. And before I do that, actually, I'm going to use my new fighter ability, Second Wind, as my bonus action. And that will allow me to regain 6 hit points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to smack him with my Warhammer.
Very-
I'm going to go the guy south of me. I'm going to make this a reckless attack. How does a 15 do?
That'll hit.
Okay. Then I'm going to do 5 plus 5. That's going to be 10 slapping damage.
All right. You doth made him go squishies.
And then I'm just going to turn around. And I'm just going to point the hammer at the next guy and just go, "You're next."
Oh.
And that's my turn.
All right, Bearfane, you're up.
All right. I am going to take out the Warhammer and make a melee attack against that guy right there.
Okay.
Get my gauge back here. Oh, man. Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Crap. Let me see something. I would like to use War Priest bonus action to try to do the same thing to the same guy.
Okay.
Oh, much better this time. 21.
That definitely hits.
Eight. 9 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
And that will end my turn.
All right, then we got these idiots up. We're gonna go. Oop. 10, 15, 30. So that would put them right there. Oh. Let's roll to make sure they can make it up the slope, and they can. 10, 20. 25, 30, that'll put him there. These guys will go. So let's see here. War Chiefy. It's with a weapon attack. So he's going to launch a spear at Bearfane. He's within range. That will be a 25 to hit.
Oh, yep, that hits.
And so that'll be one of them. 9. And it says when it hits with a weapons attack, so that is going to be 10 piercing damage from the spear.
Yikes.
Bunkers, yeah.
10, 15, 30. And these guys are going to go 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. This guy's going to go 5, 10, and 15, 20 there. Let's clean up you. You're going to take a step there. Those two are going to attack that guard, and one's going to go for the villager. That one's going to hit against the guard. Okay, that guard expires. That villager survives. So that's all of them. That one's gonna step. That one's gonna stay there. That one's gonna step there. One's gonna take an attack at you, Bearfane. The other one's gonna go after a villager. The one at you is only a 14 to hit. One of the villager is gonna miss. And then up here, these guys are gonna go 5, 10. They're gonna go after the half orc with advantage. That's gonna miss.
I'm gonna use my reaction to impose disadvantage, so making a straight roll on the one that's between me and Ogilvy.
Okay. Well, it's a miss all the same for that one. And the other one's a miss also, so both of the... Oh, wait. That one still gets advantage. Yep, they both miss. So Ogilvy is alright from that. Danvers, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to make an attack with my flail at the one to my south again. Oof. Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay. Okie dokie. That's it for me then.
Alright, then we got this idiot here, who's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go after Bearfane again, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Uh, 14.
Who's making wisdom save?
Bearfane.
You're,
I got a 14.
What did you get?
Before we do that, because he already rolled. Never mind, I can't.
Alright. Well, you still succeeded.
Okay.
So you are not commanded again this round. Bonus action, she's going to try and attack you with her spiritual weapon, which is going to miss. I am rolling like crap, so that's advantageous. And our villagers here are going to push forward. There, there, there. Let's see if we can take down some orcs. Miss and a miss.
I remember one of them getting a good swing on and rolls a 17.
Okay. Then we'll make sure that happens, and we'll do it against this guy. And that means that causes him to expire, so that one dies. There's a good hit on this one also. 2, which brings us to a -4. Alright. And then our villagers up here. Let's do Mr. Shortbow first. Oh, he's gonna hit. Okay. We'll go after this guy, causing him to expire. And now they're feeling confident. So 5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20. Go there. These three are gonna go after this guy because they have been bolstered by their success. Miss and a miss. And we'll try one more. And a miss. They all miss. We're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Alright, Kaz, Ogilvy are up.
Okay. I need to get back to preparing turns. Is this a bad guy?
Yes, that's a bad guy.
Okay. Take it. Here. No. Sorry, I need to know if I can. Yeah. Close. Can I see this point?
Which point?
The non-arrow end of my.
Let's find out. Yeah, you would be able to just barely catch it.
Okay, then right there, I would like to cast sleep
Okay.
so I can catch that person and all of these people potentially without hitting any of the good guys.
Okay.
How many do I roll again? 5d8. And 12. Dang it. Just 15.
Well, regrettably, to your advantage, it causes this guy to go night-night and start slipping into the river.
Cool.
He's just sliding down the slope into the river now.
Cool. That's worth something. And then I'm good.
All right. Then Ogilvy with Bearfane on deck.
All right. So, would I have advantage due to flanking with the villager, or would I not have it?
Do you consider the villager an ally?
I do, but I wanted to know what you considered it to be, since you're kind of the arbiter.
Well, you have flanking with an ally.
Cool. That brings us to an 11 plus 5. That's a 16.
That'll hit.
And where's my D10? That's max damage. That's 15 smacky damage.
And he goes kersplat.
Okay.
Full health, nothing.
I thought he got 3 taken away because of my reactive shield.
No, that was the one that was sitting in the back.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to turn to everyone and just say, scream shouting the entire time because I'm raging. Get the bridge back up. Everyone else, go support the Southern Front.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm going to use my movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and that's my turn.
All right, then Bearfane is up.
Okay, since I took damage, do I need to make a concentration check on my Shield of Faith?
Yes, you would.
Okay. Warcaster gives me advantage on the throw. And that gives me a 23 on the save.
Oh yeah, you're more than fine.
Okay. I was going to do something else, but I think right now I need to get a little extreme, so let's go Guiding Bolt at the second level against the one that's been trying to cast what's the
Command?
the one who's been trying to make me grovel. I can't remember what the spell is.
Yeah, it's command.
Command, yeah.
All right. So dex
All right,
saving.
so is that a dex saving throw or is that a attack? Maybe a spell attack.
Number. Let's check.
It is a spell attack.
All right. Yeah. Spell attack.
16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Awesome. All right. So at the second level, I throw 5d6s.
Nice.
Oh my! Starting off with 18, let's go right to 22
Oh, very nice.
radiant damage.
Minus 22, which then puts. Oh God, my mouse is acting stupid now. Into that realm.
And also, it's not a concentration spell, but do I need to make one again on the concentration spell of Shield of Faith?
No, it's only if you're going to take damage, I do believe.
Okay, I
Or
wasn't
if you
sure.
cast a concentration spell, then you have to drop one.
That part I knew. I wasn't sure if it was all spells or just concentration.
Just concentration.
All right. For a bonus action, I'd like to cast Healing Word on myself at the first
Alright.
level.
Easy enough done.
So 6 hit points back, and it ends my turn.
Okay. Then we have the War Chief up, who isn't liking these numbers. So he's gonna take a step forward and he's gonna attack you again, Bearfane. And that is going to be a miss with a critical fail.
Awesome.
And for the next one, since he gets multi-attack, that is a 21 to hit.
That does beat my Shield of Faith by 1.
Alright, that's 13 plus his Orcish Fury, so 14 slashing damage. And there he is up. These orcs are going to keep going after villagers. Alright, so that's going to be a hit and a miss. And that guy is dead. So then this one's going to step forward. That guy's dead. That's a natural 20.
Hey.
Alright. Then 5, 10. You're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. 10, 15, 20, 25. 10, 20. Let's see if he makes it up. He does. 20, 30. Let's see if he makes it up. He does. This guy slips into the river and starts going downstream. And these 2 villagers expire because they don't have that much health. Man, this town's getting wiped out. Alright, done. Danvers, you're up.
Okay. I guess I will start running south. And I will use my action to dash and wind up there.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope.
Alright, so this eye genius is still gonna go after Bearfane, because she wants him to grovel. So dexterity saving throw, please.
He's good. He rolls a 19. I remember.
Oh, okay. Bearfane does not grovel.
Awesome.
I need to open these guys up. Alright, so that takes care of that. The villagers are up. These guys emboldened. All of them emboldened. Forget what they've been told and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they are making a mad dash southward.
Oh man, our dragon's teeth are moving.
I'll put those back here in a second.
No,
if I can
I'm just teasing you, Mike. No worries.
No,
Not really there.
So, oh, I grabbed a villager with it, and half of one of them. Screw it, I give up.
They're just
I'm not in the-
tumbleweeds. It's okay.
All right. And with the villagers outside of town by the drawbridge, as everybody is making their way southward, a group of elves show up that seem to have been in pursuit of the orcs.
Yay for
So,
Legolas.
so back at the top with Kaz and Ogilvy.
Okay. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, I think. What's the angle on a cone?
Mike, don't you have a template for that? Didn't you create like cone and spheres and stuff?
Uh, yeah, I don't know if I uploaded them to this one or not. I did. 15 foot?
Yeah.
Alright, so that should be
That'll
something.
exactly where I stand before I do this, but I think here.
Let me mess with these things a little bit because they're. Gotta get the dimensions just right up because life sucks sometimes. So that would be a cone. So let's give everybody control of that thing. So there you go. You can play with the cone all you want now.
Where did you put it?
Yeah, what cone?
Right underneath. Except it's on the GM. There.
That's about what I was going to ask.
There you go.
Okay. Let's angle it. How can I maximize this?
And then if you hold down Alt, it'll let you stick it right at the edge of you, so you can get the full 15.
Okay.
Yep. And CJ, we made him colorblind friendly.
Very cool. If only I could have a 15-foot smack of my hammer.
Well, attach a chain to it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I will.
I'm gonna
Okay.
move. Shoot. Now I lost control of myself. Okay. So, using that at the edge of me, it seems like I can get. Dang it.
Yeah, you could get pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like about 5 of them.
Let's do that then.
Yeah, we'll give you 5 of them.
Burn
Give you
those
6.
hands.
Yeah, 6 of them.
I see 7.
Well, if we're going off the yellow, yeah, it would be 7. Yeah, so we'll give you those 7.
And that's a second level burning hands. So I get to roll one more. Dex saves.
All right.
5, 10, 14, 18 will be the damage.
Fail, fail. I'm rolling a lot of like 1s and 3s for you. There's 1 success. There's so 2 successes out of 6. Ah!
Okay.
2 successes out of 7.
Okay.
And you said 18?
18 is the total.
Okay, we'll get that out of the way. Expires, 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 expires. That one dies even though it saved, and this one's still alive.
Okay. And then I'm going to use the last of my movement to go back behind my rock.
Alright, and because you did damage to him, he does not get an opportunity attack.
Hooray.
Okay. That takes care of all of them. Ogilvy!
All right. I have to be very, very okay with the fact I'm likely going to rage this turn. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to dash for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and my rage ends. So that's my turn.
Okay. And then Bearfane.
All right. I believe I want to try and hit the caster with guiding bolt again.
Okay. Second level or first?
No, let's go second level. I'm really not liking her at all.
All right. Well, it's an attack roll, anyways.
Yep. That is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. Not as good this time. 16 radiant damage.
It has expired.
Fine, suck it, bitch.
I can't laugh. It takes too much breathing.
Sorry. And then for a bonus action, first level healing word again on myself.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Well, seeing as you took out an ally, the war chief is up.
Balls at 24.
He's going to take the opportunity attack and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because it turns out the caster is a bigger issue. So you get an opportunity attack against him.
I have to go back to the right screen. He ran over by Kaz, huh? But he was standing right next to me, right?
Yep.
He doesn't have an icon on, so that means he hasn't taken any damage, right?
Not really, no.
Not really, or none at all?
None at all. That guy's there.
I don't recall him taking any damage.
I don't either. Just wondering, because with Warcaster I can opt to use a spell instead of a melee attack.
Very nice.
But I think I'll save the spots unless I try to use a cantrip. I don't know, I suppose that would be usable as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still a spell, I would say.
I'm not sure how wise he's going to be, so even though it's only going to be the same D8, let's say you cast Toll the Dead on him as he was leaving.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
He fails.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, guys.
no problem. That is a single point of necrotic damage,
Woo! Damage.
but at least he's gotten damage now.
Yep. Jeez. I hear a television.
Sorry.
I just know.
was playing.
I don't care. I'm just giving you shit, man.
Okay.
All right, so that ends him. He's gonna make his 2 attacks at Kaz because he doesn't like Kaz. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, and an 11.
11 damage.
No, 11 to hit for the second attack.
On the second one, I'm going to cast Shield
Okay.
to make that miss.
Then the first one will hit, and that is one of those plus one of those. 18. That is 18 slashing damage for the one attack.
Jeez, thank God I used Shield.
All right, he is done. Then our orcs are up. So 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. And I'm just going to have that guy float downstream and disappear into the abyss because it's amusing to me. He's just floating downriver. And this guy's going to take an attack step there, so we'll get rid of this guard. So there's going to be 3 at Bearfane from Orcs. First one's going to miss. Second one will hit with a 23. And that is 5 slashing damage. And the third one's going to miss. And then there's one at Kaz, which is a 23 also.
Oh god. Okay.
And that is 7 slashing damage.
I'm down.
Okay. Orcs are done. Danvers, you're up.
Okay. So, getting the exciting view coming around the farm of watching Kaz get smashed in the face and fall down. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's as far as I can go. Wait, no, did I just say 50?
Yeah, you said
You did
50.
say 50.
55, 60. Okay. And I'm going to be done because that was my action.
Alright, then our villagers, seeing Kaz go down and wanting to save him. 5, 10, 15, 10, and 5, 10, 15. They're 3 gonna take an attack. These guys are ballsy now. Alright, that first one's gonna hit, second one's gonna miss, and third one's gonna hit. So they're gonna see if they can take out 5. They just barely take this guy out, so you're left with the war chief,
Whew.
Nice.
who now has bigger problems. Okay, they're good. This one's gonna take one attack at the one over here. He's gonna miss. And these guys are gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 10, 15. Nope. 10, 15. One of them is going to try and stabilize Kaz, and let's see what they can do. They do not. But you are at least surrounded by allies at this point.
Good.
Alright. So, Kaz, could you make a death saving throw for me?
Come on, big money. 7.
Fail. Ogilvy would be up.
All right, I'm going to use my second Rage of the Day.
Rage of the day.
And with my D8, that is going to determine a 6. And what does a 6 do? I would. Arcane energy taps into the minds of those around you. Each creature within 30 feet of you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or I can get a glimpse into their thoughts, learning how it plans to attack me. As a result, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn. And it's that war chief within 30 feet of me, because otherwise, I
Yeah.
see that there's a whole bunch of people just imagining me in my underwear to make me less scary.
Yes, he's within 30 feet of you. He plans to bash you with an axe.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And since let's go reckless attack on this.
Okay.
That's a 13 as the higher dice plus 5 for the two-handed warhammer.
That'll hit.
All right, and that will end up being max damage 15.
Very nice.
And then as a third action, I would like to say thank you, Mike, and end my turn.
Okay. Then Betterfane is up. Can't hear you, Dan.
Sorry. Can I use disengage as my main action right now and be able to move without invoking opportunity?
Yeah, because I think everybody can disengage,
Yep,
correct?
as an action, yeah, everyone can disengage.
Shit, though, that doesn't give me the option to do actually what I want to do. I either have to take the opportunity attacks, use all my movement, and still have an action to get over and cast Spare the Dying on Kaz, or I take the chance that Danvers can help him and I can just stay here and fight. I'm going to have to stay here and fight with Danvers being so close.
Right.
So, I believe right now would be a pretty decent time to use Word of Radiance on the 3 asshats that are surrounding me.
I don't know what that does.
You need a con saving throw. The DC is 13.
2. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, only one of them succeeded.
Okay, so that one takes none, and the other 2 take 5 radiant damage each.
Alright. Means -5, which puts this guy looking real rough.
And once again, bonus action, healing word on myself.
Okay. Then our war chief is up. He's gonna have disadvantage against Ogilvy because of his rage, but he will
Dick.
have advantage because of reckless attacks. It'll be a straight roll.
Yep.
So he's going to take his first attack, which is going to be a 12 to hit
Misses.
and a 7 to hit. Both miss.
Mm-hmm.
War chief is done. Our 3 orc friends over here. One doesn't like having a villager to his back, so he's going to go after the villager, hit him, and the villager goes kerplunk. Villagers aren't very hardy. These other 2 are going to go after you. That is going to be let me make sure my math is right. A 19 and a 16 to hit.
Neither will hit.
Neither hit. All right. So that ends their turn. Danvers is up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move 5, 10, and I am going to use I'm gonna use 10 points of my lay on hands pool. So Kaz, you have 10 hit points. And I just look down at you and I growl, "So much for shouting for help."
It happened so fast.
Shut up and stop dying. And that's gonna be it. That's my action.
Okay. And you guys see Morik come running from the north, drunk off his ass because I forgot he existed, so he got shit-faced instead of fighting.
Given how many tokens you had on, I've forgotten details over less. Over
And,
much less.
And there's a character reason why he might have done that.
And he thinks he's on management material.
Those guys are going to go there, seeing as that's cleared up. These guys are going to close in on the war chief, 10, 15. All right, so they're going to take 4 attacks on that one initially. That's a 10 plus 2, so that's going to miss. That's going to miss. It's going to miss. And that's all of them miss to help out Bearfane. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 against the war chief. Miss, 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 and a hit finally. All right, and our war chief takes a little bit of damage from that. This one will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These two will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That way. And that ends villagers. Kaz, you have returned to consciousness.
Ooh, I'm
You
gonna
have a war chief standing over you, a bunch of dead villagers and ogres around, or orcs around you, and you're laying on the ground.
I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. And then so depleted. I am going to try to stab him with a dagger, the war chief.
All right.
Oh, no, yeah, that's not a bonus action, so I can't use true strike. Hey, good roll. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh, 5 piercing damage.
Hmm.
Way to go.
Max damage. Okay, and then I'm going to run 5, 10, 15.
All right. Ogilvy.
I'm not letting him get to my magic body. Once again, reckless strike. And then it's from what I read, it's only the first round where it makes a difference. It's back to like there's no special effects to my rage now.
That was my understanding as well.
Yeah. How does the 9 + 5 for 14 hit?
That misses.
Oh well, damn it! I was too reckless.
Anything
That
else
is
you would like?
Then as a bonus action, I'd like to kick rocks.
Hmm. You pelt him with gravel.
Yeah.
Bearfane
Yeah,
is
that's my
up.
turn.
All right. I'm going to try to. Do I have a flank advantage on the one directly to my west?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit him with the Warhammer. And that is a 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And maximum damage, 11 bludgeoning.
He expires.
All right. Use another War Priest slot to attack the one directly to my south.
All right.
Straight roll. And it's another 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For another max damage, 11 bludgeoning.
Very nice.
That will end my turn.
All right. Then our war chief is up. He's going to go after Ogilvy, who he now has advantage against. For a natural 20 for the first one. So that comes out to that plus a D8, because he gets an extra D8. That is 26 bludgeoning or 26 slashing for the first one.
Reduced to 13.
And the next attack comes out. I rolled 15s on both. 21 to hit.
21 would hit because I don't have the override anymore. It's a 14 is my armor class.
And that will be 9 slashing damage on that one.
Reduced to 4 and I'm down.
Oof.
Alright. That ends the war chief's turn. Our two orc friends
Wait,
are going to...
hold on. I take that back. I have 1 hit point because of my half-orc ability.
You go to pass out, and you sit right back up. You're in the midst of a drinking pass out.
Sorry, at the same time Tottenham scored, so it's 2-1 now. So I'm happy for multiple reasons.
Alright, first one at Danvers is a miss. Second one is a miss. Or not Danvers, Bearfane. Danvers is up.
All right, I'm going to step 5, 10. I'm going to attack the war chief with my flail.
Mm-hmm.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
All right, so that's going to be, um, what is that, 10 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And I'm going to move him to this space, right to my south,
Okay.
with my crusher feat, which should
Yeah.
give Ogilvy and 3 of the villagers opportunity attacks.
Yep. So,
I love the so like since it's a
natural 20.
flail, I'm like hitting it and like wrapping it like around like their arm or whatever, and just like wrenching them to where I want them to go.
All right, so I have to do straight roll using two-handed warhammer.
Nice.
That's not going to hit. I rolled a 13.
No, that does not hit. But one of the villagers did, so there's that.
Nice.
Way to be more confident than me, villager.
All
I'll
right.
make a soldier out of you.
Then our villagers are going to swarm like flies on shit. So 3 at that, and then 1 at the other. A miss, a miss, a miss, and a miss. They all miss over Hope and Verfane. That one's gonna go there. That one's gonna go there. 20. That one's gonna go there. 1, 2, 3, 6 at him. A hit, a hit. A miss, and 2 more misses. 4, so that's 6. So that's 9 bludgeoning to this war chief. So he's there, back at the top with Kaz.
Okay. What can I do? Range. I'm gonna frostbite the war chief. It's a con save.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Bike back.
I don't know what happened to Mike.
Hey, Texas, you okay? I didn't mean what I said at the beginning of this episode. Sorry, Texas. Just keep Mike okay.
Had to go do some parenting, even though I'm not supposed to leave the room. So what's up, Kaz?
Frostbite the war chief.
All right, and that's
It's a con.
he fails.
2 cold damage.
And disadvantage.
Disadvantage on weapon attack.
Okay.
I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh yeah, Morik should have ran forward some.
No, too drunk. It's definitely
There.
not a straight line.
It wasn't. All right. Ogilvy.
All right. Now that he looks all cold, I want to hit him all the harder. So I'm gonna reckless attack.
You would have to take a step forward to do so.
Well, then I will take that step forward to do so.
All right.
I'm gonna push the guy out of the way because that's how reckless.
Okay.
How does a 17 plus 5 sound? A 22. All right. That is the minimum amount of damage I'm allowed to do and keep my roll. So that is a 3 plus 5, 8 smacking damage.
All right. He doth took it.
Mm-hmm. And why can't I use that right now? All right. Then as a bonus action, making sure I can do this. All right. I can say that for later. I'm just doing it for a joke. The joke's not going to be funny enough to if I drawn out conversation. Let's move on.
All right. Bearfang.
All right. Worked pretty good last time, so let's just try the melee attack again. I don't think I technically have any advantage on flanking on either of them this time, right?
Not with the way everybody's positioned, no.
Okay. I will try to hit the guy to my south again then.
All right.
That is a 19 to hit
That'll hit.
for 9 bludgeoning damage.
He expires.
And second or last war priest slot to hit. No, actually, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to call it good enough right now.
Right. War Chief is up then, and he's going to go after Danvers because he's immediately in front of him. He will have. Is it 1 weapon attack or 2, Scott?
Next weapon attack.
So it would be. It's a multi-attack, so it would be his first attack would be disadvantage, which would make it a miss. And the next one is a miss also, so Danvers survives just fine. This one orc is going to take a swipe at one of the villagers. I'm rolling really well for the orcs and really shitty for the villagers.
Yeah, this tracks.
And dead villager.
One group fights, one doesn't.
Alright, Danvers is up.
Okay. I'm going to attack him with my flail again. That's gonna miss with a 9.
Yes, it would. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, villagers. They're gonna go there, there, and there for some advantages. Alright, that would be a hit, and a hit for that one down there. So 6, 10, 15 total to make that one expire. And with that guy, we'll say is out of the way there. So those 5 will have advantage, so hit. Hit for a natural 20 on that one. Miss. Miss. So 2 hit and one of them's a natural 20. The first one. So it's 12. So that's 14 to the war chief, and then the other one is 7. This war chief is looking really rough. He is in that realm. Alright, villagers are done. We're back at the top with Kaz after Morik stumbles forward.
All right.
Morik's like there.
Second level magic missile on the war chief.
Okay.
That is 4 of these.
If this was just a scouting party, I'm gonna be so
4,
pissed.
5, 8, 11 force damage.
How would you like to do this?
Vengeance mode. Activate vengeance mode.
No, while I'm still like running away because I don't want to die. I just spew the little darts out. I don't really have a good description, but I'm still like running away.
So as you're running away, you sploot out some little darts, and just because I like the classical view of magic missile where they all spiral around each other and make a high arc and come screeching in like a Luftwaffe dive bomber and just all up on his Kool-Aid. And he just collapses into a pile of death.
And then I finish running towards the town center.
And that will take us out of combat and earn us at least a nice little break, because that was 3 hours.
That was a long little stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have cleared the village!
Woohoo.
If that's the scouting party, Mike, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, I can tell you now, that was the main force.
Okay.
They wanted the village.
Well,
You
if they
guys
came
did
2
really-
days earlier, it would have been a lot easier.
You guys did good. You should be proud of yourselves. I'm really amazed at how much energy and oxygen DMing really takes.
You never really realize how much goes into it until you don't have everything to do it.
Like, I forgot how much of, what is it, an anaerobic exercise using your brain is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, if you feel like we need to end for your well-being, I'm more than fine just to shoot the shit for a while.
Oh, luckily, I don't have any more combat planned.
Okay, cool.
I have some non-combat stuff encounters planned once you guys get out of here. So,
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just we don't need to have this game come at a cost to your health,
it already is.
or maybe I don't need that.
I'm enjoying it though, even though I'm
Good.
definitely seeing a sluggishness to it.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
You guys have done really well these last couple sessions.
Yay.
I just think it's funny that Morik survived because I forgot he existed, so he's drunk.
I have a lot of battles this campaign where I've had exactly 1 hit point. Where I come down, it's like if he my AC's not high enough where a 2-point chance to hit me is really going to do that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jay, just as a reminder, you can't occupy the same space as another creature.
I pushed him.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but that's an
But that would
action.
have taken an action. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Think about it. Just for future reference.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things because it wouldn't have changed anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I moved him out of the way too.
I'm just so very glad that I didn't die this time.
You and Danvers survived, the 2 healers.
Yeah. Man, that being a half work has saved me on multiple occasions in this game.
That's a good thing though.
Yep. And I had just enough tank points.
Just enough, yep. So, this will be able to start pushing us into story proper here pretty soon, after a bit of travel, so there's that.
Wait, you put us in the tutorial?
Yes, this has been the
That's-
tutorial the entire time.
That's how hard the tutorial is?
Well, chapter 1's designed to grind you up to level 5.
God damn it, are we playing Dark Souls?
Kind of.
If
Except
I
it's a
die, do
little,
I just get less HP and all my stuff back?
it's
I
a
lose
little
all my money?
tailored than that.
Okay.
It's not Tomb of Annihilation. It's not Tomb
Got
of
it.
Dark Souls.
Tomb of Fluffy Bunnies.
Yeah, so I figure we'll start back up around 310 or so.
Sounds good to me.
Because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Lost Corey.
Oh no.
My Firefox just decided to update in the middle of the session, so I guess the break was a decent time.
Yeah, I mean, if we got 6 minutes left, that leaves only 1 minute where Firefox is still figuring shit out. Oh man, if Tottenham can hold on to this win, they'll jump from 8th to 2nd on the table today.
Who they playing?
Brighton Hove Albion, which is a relegation team. But in the 13th minute, we scored on a penalty. And then at the 57th minute, they scored an equalizer that was held up by VAR. That was a good goal they scored. And then Bale came on, and then 2 minutes later, he scored on a header.
Corey died?
His Firefox crashed, so he can still hear us.
Yeah, it decided to restart.
Okay. Ugh. Brain uses lots of oxygen when I'm not doing something mindless.
Hey, for Mike's unofficial birthday, should we just get him on like an oxygen tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
One.
Yeah.
If there's anything
The
Mike deserves for his birthday, it's
question is,
explosives.
Well, I was going to say maybe a free trip to Walter Reed Medical Hospital where he gets the president level care.
I wish.
Yeah.
For free, no less.
Well, I mean, you're in the military. You paid up front.
Yeah. So, do we want to continue, or do you guys want to call it? What's
I'm going to defer to
Yeah, that's up to you, dude.
what
If
you feel
you're
up
you're
to,
willing to
'cause
continue to
I
go,
can
then...
do more, but I don't need you to suffer. Yeah.
Totally up to you.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are still feeling it, I can continue.
Of course, we're still feeling it.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
just whenever you feel like you need to stop, just say the word and it's done.
Yep.
Well, I'd like to make it to at least 4 hours.
Okay. You hold the
Okay.
kill switch, man.
Yeah.
So
My only concern is that this does not come at a cost of your health in the short term.
my health is already fucked in the short term. That's my
Take what I... Yeah, please stop twisting my words to make them funny. I just want you to be okay, Mike.
That's how you know I'm okay. I have a morbid sense of humor still.
Oh, I hate this.
It's that military sense of humor. It's that battlefield sense.
If they made a clip of this episode, it should be me saying, I hate this, and then you laughing.
Mwah.
Mm-hmm. Like that.
But you guys should be proud of what you accomplished in this fight. I didn't even have to use the support. I am enjoying having these two really big monitors, though. They make this really easy.
Is that what the elves are supposed to be? Support?
If you guys were starting to fall, and then you guys just started kicking major ass.
The what was supposed to be?
The elves that were coming in, and then they saw that the orcs were just dying, so they're like, ah, fuck off. We don't
They're
need-
elves?
Yeah.
Were they on the map anywhere?
Yeah,
They showed
Was
up.
I just looking at the wrong...
they were out on
Team
the
Dark
west.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were.
They were not in the city yet.
Yeah, they're up by the
Yeah.
drawbridge.
And
Yeah, long story short, the orcs were being chased out of the Ardeep forest by the elves.
Mhm.
So they were looking to take over Nightstone as a new home. And so you guys happened to be here in Nightstone, and so the orcs were trying to kick you guys out of Nightstone so they could have
Man,
Nightstone, and the elves were coming to clean up what remained of the orcs, and well, they saw you guys had it handled and were like, ah, fuck off.
so what I heard here is if they would have just asked nicely, we could have taken them in as refugees.
Yes.
And they refused to, so we committed genocide.
No,
Yes.
I mean it's not. It's not genocide when like they're invading. They forced us to kill all of them. We weren't like, let's kill all the orcs.
Got a point.
It makes me feel a little bit better, but like 4% better.
I feel like you need to recalibrate your.
Well, I'm also a half orc, so I kind of come down towards worlds colliding.
Okay, in character.
In person, I feel like 8% better.
I'm fine with it all around.
Yeah, I mean, invading forces and whatnot.
Right? Because it just came down to if we had the education to teach these orcs manners, this situation would have never arose.
Well, we would have had the opportunity
give us
to do
the
that
option.
instead of them, increasing the clock by 14 hours.
Yeah,
Well, they were being chased by elves.
Yeah.
I know that.
My character's big goal here is a manners school for fringe for fringe communities.
All right, and there's our cold open for coming back to the session. So, you all have just killed a group of refugee-seeking orcs. What would you like to do now?
I don't know about you, but I've been holding in a deuce this entire time.
Maybe we should find out if there's any of the, or maybe take a head count of who is actually left from Nightstone.
I was gonna start tending to the dead, bringing them to the cemetery and all that.
Yeah, there's not many left.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, put me on the physical labor.
Okay.
Once I settle down and realize that it's over, then I'll help Danvers move the dead to the graveyard.
Okay, you guys easily enough are able to do that. Morik in his drunken stupor state, you can tell that adventuring, he got out of it for a very good reason, and that getting thrust back into it has rekindled his alcoholic ways.
And once we lay him out, I'm gonna on each one I'm gonna take some dirt and like draw a circle on their forehead and mutter something in Elvish.
Okay.
I'd like to check the that caster and see what kind of stuff they might have had on them,
Okay.
and also the war chief, unless someone else would like to do that.
That would be... Let me just make sure.
While you're looking that up, I'm gonna pull Kaz aside to have a conversation with him once you guys sort out what was found on the corpses.
Then I think we should probably gather up whatever weapons the orcs left and give them to the villagers, so next time they'd be better equipped for something like this.
Yeah.
All right. So you find a number of javelins and great axes among the orcs. The odd thing that the war chief had on him was a set of chainmail armor. That was really the only unique thing he had. They didn't have anything of value on their personage.
Was it a
That-
family heirloom as well?
It's hard to say. But it definitely smells ripe. The caster doesn't have anything other than a set of ring mail and a shield with them, and a spear. They seem to be a natural caster. So if anybody's interested in some ring mail and a shield, or some chain mail, it is available to you.
Is ring mail better than chain?
I believe they're the same.
Oh no, ring mail's armor class 14, chain mail's 16.
Huh.
All right then, I'm sticking with my chain.
So it's available to you if anybody needs an upgrade.
If anybody wants it, I don't. And if nobody else in the party does, I say we just leave that for the town as well.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could do anything with it.
I don't think you could either.
But it is nighttime. Just keep that in mind now, as it was night was falling when the fight was commencing.
Um,
Mort is shit-faced. You all are beat to shit. The town seems relatively calm and quiet now. There are no more threats showing on the horizon. So if you all wanted to take a long rest before we got into the excitement of the next day, that is an option.
Before we do that, like I said, at the cemetery, I'm gonna pull Kaz aside, and just kind of like point at the corpses that we've laid out over the last few days, and say,
It's-
I've now seen you do 3 different, we'll call them rituals. Um, why? Why 3? Why different?
have they been different?
Yeah, a point. Those ones, the guards that we recruited from here when we fought the Zentarum, you put coins on their eyes. The people that we brought in after we made our way from the Dripping Caves to here, you put coin in their mouths. And now these ones, there's no coin. You just drew on them with some dirt.
Like only have so many coins. But I'm just trying to honor the dead. And I've part of a traveling circus. I pick up traditions of different people, having no real traditions of my own. I don't choose a particular way, just things that I've seen from others.
What do you hope to gain for these souls as you honor them?
I'm not taking souls.
No. Like, what do you think? What do you hope that your actions do for them?
Just to set them on the safely to whatever comes next.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to add to that, so I just kind of say, okay, I give you a nod and, walk off into the night.
Mort, basically being shit-faced, one goes around and gathers you all up and asks that you meet at his place, and once he gathers you all up, he looks, you all over. He's still shit-faced, by the way, and goes, I'd like to apologize for not being much help in the fight, but I got out of adventuring for a good reason. I saw too many of my friends die when Tiamat was fighting her way back into this realm, and I lost friends, family, and loved ones in that whole fiasco, and I couldn't do it anymore. And seeing this fight coming home to a place I thought was safe and I would be free from anymore, it broke me again, and I got lost in the bottle. I apologize.
Did you find yourself?
I found that I liked the bottle a lot.
I think your apology is owed to your townsfolk. If you got out of this line of work for those sorts of reasons, which are completely valid, there's a veritable pile of people's friends and loved ones in the cemetery waiting to be interned. I think you owe them an apology. I think you owe your townsfolk an apology, the people you have to see every day. You don't owe me anything.
Well, you aren't wrong there. And he goes and wanders off into the night.
I'm taking that free room, by the way.
Raises the bottle at you.
Danvers, have you ever considered catching more flies with honey instead of insults approach?
I don't think that I was unnecessarily cruel there. Every action in this world bears a consequence, whether it's from the people you see every day or from whatever god you potentially ascribe to.
Yeah, but does it need to be immediately thrown at them? Couldn't wait for him to sober up first, where he's more likely to remember the words you said.
I feel like if you get out of this line of work for those reasons that chase you to the bottle, that in the morning you'll still be able to take stock of the things that happened, the things that you've missed. I don't think anyone in this town is going to let him forget. He just has to hope that most of them didn't notice he wasn't there.
I think most of them are dead now.
A lot of them are dead, yeah.
Of the remaining.
But listen, Ogilvy, you're not wrong.
I'm sorry, say that again.
No, you're not wrong.
I'm
You're
sorry,
an
one
idiot,
more time.
but you're not wrong.
I'm sorry, I can't understand your accent.
I get that a lot.
You said that I was not fully incorrect.
That is correct.
Oh, I'm correct. Haha, 2 in a row.
Jeez.
I cut you off. Go on.
No, you're right. It's hard for me, hard to stay positive in any light, given everything that happened. Look, just look 30 yards away, and you see the consequences of this world, and it's hard to stay chipper when there's so many people who died trying to do the right thing. You know, they laid down their lives to protect something they cared about. And according to the way things are written, they should be granted some sort of protection by those with higher powers who do protecting. But where were the gods for these people?
You grew up a city kid, didn't you, huh?
No. I grew up in a
Alright.
town about this size.
Well, that's interesting. Interesting, yeah. Could have sworn you were a city kid. And I'm just gonna turn around, head back to digging graves.
Why do you say city kid?
When it comes down to this, is when you have your city folk and your town folk and your, I have a place I call home folk. Then there's individuals like how I grew up. And the more and more you build things around you, the more and more you believe that society has meaning. And the more you strip it down, the more you realize it's just rules that we made up to make us all think like things make sense. So after a while, when I moved to areas with walls and rules and all these things that help us sleep at night, kind of realized there was more for them and less for me. But I want to get back to work that needs doing.
I head into the inn and I grab I start looking for like bottles of like wine or whatever, something harder than water.
There's a decently still stocked, wine rack in a lower cellar.
I grab I look for that or anything aged in a barrel.
There are some hogshead casks around that you could carry around with yourself.
Yeah, no, I take is there I don't remember what was left of the inn from the boulders. Is there like a lounge or sitting area or mess hall, something like
There's
that?
half a common room remaining.
Okay. Yeah, I pull a couple casks of what did you say it was? The hogshead of what? Hogshead
It's
cask
just
of.
it's just hogsheads.
Okay.
It's a size cask.
Yeah, so I take some of those
Oh,
over into the common area, doff my armor, and set to drinking.
So, if there is nothing else the rest of you would like to do for the evening, then we can take ourselves a long rest and
Yeah, I need just sleep.
keep moving from there. So, take yourselves a long rest.
Done.
Yeah.
And in the morning with my tea, I'm going to spend 10 minutes with my, what do you call it? Crystal ball.
Ooh,
Your
balls.
tea leaves.
I got a 14 and a 15.
Okay. So, as the morning rises, you all get woken to the smell of some meats cooking and the sounds of some eggs frying and a warm crackling fire. As turns out, Morik is seeming to be in better spirits this morning, and more himself. He is different from what you saw him. He seems more chipper, more readily to share your stories. It's more of the masked persona that he puts on for people.
Hmm.
He is being the very hospitable, friendly neighborhood innkeeper who, most people don't know the background of other than he was an adventurer once and he is in usually very good spirits. So he has made you a breakfast of various cooked meats and eggs and, some porridges and is just striking up light conversation with you all throughout the day or throughout the breakfast and finally gets to a point where he goes, I hate to do this to all of you after all of the wonderful things you have done for our village, but I was wondering if you could do us one more favor.
I start pulling out my coin purse.
I put a hand on his hand to stop him.
I actually was wondering if you could go deliver the notifications of deaths to one of my good friends who's in a area that is really, really inhospitable for traveling, especially when I have so much work to do. Would you all mind doing that for me?
Hold up. Allow me to just make sure that I've got this right. We're gonna go to this super dangerous place to tell you that the safer place has a bunch of dead people in it.
Well, it's just more inhospitable. It is, for the dwarven folk, normally not too bad, but with the ordeal that me and my kin here have just been through, and me being the de facto leader of the town for the time being, and, well, this was my neighbor that died in the attack, I was wondering if you could let his next of kin know what happened.
Well, say no more.
You don't even know where I need you to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Nope.
no.
Stop talking.
Please say more.
Stop talking. Nope.
Let
Right,
him,
he asked you to say no more, so get that done.
Just shrugs and wanders back to the kitchen.
I, I look at Ogilvy in the eyes and take out a couple of the dried rose petals that he's seen me use when I cast sleep.
Um.
Let him
Hello?
talk. Let him talk.
I just roll out a map on the table.
I just go to timeout mode.
Oh, actually, I'll have to. Oh, let me kick you guys over to the map because speaking of which, he's actually going to pull one out for you guys.
Two
And it
maps.
should be north. This one should have all the locations on it when it loads.
Oh, I remember this.
So we are looking for.
Oh, hey, there we are, Nightstone.
You guys are down here
Mm-hmm.
currently. And I need to find this stupid place. So, very northwest corner of the map. He pulls out this map to show you. Up by Icewind Dale, there is a town called Bryn Shader. I'm currently pinging it up there, northwest corner of the map.
You want us to go all the way up there?
Yeah, I'd like for y'all to head all the way up to,
That's the other side of the spine of the world.
kind of, yeah. But I have, my friend was named Samael Southwell, and, well, she had no real family in Nightstone, but she spoke of her brother, Markham. He happens to be the sheriff up in Bryn Shader, and she told me if anything were to ever happen to her, to see if I could get in touch with him and have him settle her estate. And I was wondering if y'all would be willing to deliver that message for me that she regrettably has passed in a giant attack.
Sorry, so Samael is the woman who was in the village?
Yeah,
Samaya?
Samael.
Zendaya.
Samael.
And what was the surname?
Southle, and it is Southwell. Southwell.
What's her brother's name?
Her brother's name is Markham. Markham Southwell.
Southwell.
And he is the sheriff up in Bryn Shader.
Oof.
I know it's a bit of a trek and a big ask, but it would really mean a lot to me if you all would do one last thing for me, and, you know, maybe by then I'll have my shit together and be able to give you all a proper hero's welcome when you come back.
Do they have messengers?
Well, the problem is with the, issues currently happening in the world with, the dragons trying to resurrect Tiamat a little while back, and now the giant fallout. Most messengers aren't willing to travel that far north, and that's why I need adventurers, and, well, you're the first ones I've come across since the giant attack.
I forget, did we tell him that that Tormid was asking about him?
Nope, you haven't told him that yet.
Oh, okay. I see no reason why I personally wouldn't do this for you, Mork. I do. The reason why we even came to Nightstone was your friend in the city guard in Waterdeep, Tormid Makasale. He sent us out to see if you were okay because he hadn't heard from you.
That
So
old son of a bitch. How is that piece of shit?
basically kicked us out of Waterdeep.
Well, he finally grew a pair, I guess.
I don't know if
Not
I would
so
say
much.
that.
He did that in order to protect a rich kid.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. He was always a pushover.
Do you have a message you want us to deliver to him? If we're going all the way up to Bryn Shander, we're gonna need to stop for supplies and maybe some sort of faster method of travel, like a hired boat or something.
Well, we've got the horses, but they
Oh,
might
that's
need
right,
food
yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna need supplies, maybe a wagon.
Uh,
Cold weather gear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
no, I really don't have anything to tell him other than he can go fuck himself. He'll know what that means.
Great.
I feel like I know what that means.
What does that mean?
It means it's a friendly way of saying, hey, why did you think I was dead?
It's like it's like a way to say to a friend like, "I love you, you piece of shit."
This is for friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you say it to an enemy, it's go sit on this blade and die.
Yeah, it's all about context, Kaz.
Yeah.
Sit on it and rotate's another good one.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
spent
called
some
the
time
Whirling Dervish.
east of the Sword Coast as well, I see.
Yeah. The whirling dervish maneuver.
But if y'all would be willing to do that, and it sounds like you are, I would greatly appreciate it.
What was the town again? Port Last?
Bryn
Shander.
Shader.
Well, I know that. I just was really wishing it was a lot closer.
I think it's
What if
Trynder.
what if we go to Waterdeep and that's where we go.
What if we go all the way up to Neverwinter and then hire somebody for us?
I mean, if you can afford to do it, I won't stop you, but I mean, I was willing to give you 10 gold apiece to deliver this message.
Oh, 10 gold.
Can
Shite.
I ask Mork? No offense, but where are you getting this? As a town, you're able to amass 15 gold for us total to bail you out of
Oh,
orc trouble.
Paying you when you got back,
Hmm. Okay.
not up front.
Right. No. I mean, payment
Mm-hmm.
upon job completion, but I just
I
wanted to know
figured
where the hell you were going to come up with
and then
40
I could have
gold.
gotten my back up and would have
We
made
are
some
never
money.
going to see that money.
I'm trying, damn it. I'm trying to be a good person, Ogilvy. You know that. That's all I've ever tried to do by you. And you're just throwing me under the bus, metaphorically speaking, whatever a bus is.
hey, first off,
Throwing me
after you
under
get
the
on the
wagon.
wagon, well, if based off of yesterday, you've already fallen off.
Shut up as he takes another drink.
So, if we split up I would like actually my share of the 15 gold from saving the village. So is that 3 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper?
I'm not taking money.
Something like that.
Just split it by 3. I'm not taking it.
Okay.
5 gold?
5 gold. Because I don't actually like have money. I haven't picked up anything since we've been
Oh,
starting. I've been waiting for not
It's actually-
necessarily ill-gotten gains, but just payment. You know.
like money you've earned. You don't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I still got the 9 platinum pieces because I gave one to Kaz.
Right.
And then we have the bag of 120 gold and gems and 45 gold itself that I don't think anybody ever put into
Nope.
one of their
Because you had it.
treasuries. Yep.
Yeah, but I think that's where we're going to call it because it turns out doing NPCs and conversations is harder than combat. I'm running out of breath doing NPCs.
Okay. Fair enough.